everybody. Who wants to recap last session for inspiration?
I will, since I am out of bardic inspiration, I might as well have regular inspiration.
Yeah,
Picking
that
up where, picking up where we were on the road, we kind of patched up after the bandit fight, got Eliza up and going. We made it about maybe fourth of a step before a bunch of ember bats kicked the living shit out of us. Almost killed a couple of us, although nobody went down. One of the bandits that we were escorting got burned. But we did drive them off and make it to Winnowing Reach.
Yay! Yes.
Yeah, I got it right this time. I did not say Meadowfen, where we came from. We helped Eliza park her cart, went and talked to the magistrate, and turned in the bandits for a little bit of money, and the magistrate, told us that he would help us get an audience with the Bird Council in Alderheart if we would find a scholar that had gone missing in the area who had gone into the mock fields to study the slimes. While we were on the way, we bumped into... hold on, I have his name in my notes.
Local hero.
friend of Pole's.
Was he? Yeah, no, I don't have the name apparently written
Martin?
down. Yeah, Martin, who was here in the mock fields hunting slimes and had gotten stuck in a bunch of skeleton bog, basically. So we fought off the skeletons, rescued Martin, and Martin showed us a way to a set of caves where the slimes sort of congregated and would be the best place to study them. We figured that's where our target, Kenna Brightspark, the scholar studying the slimes, would be found. And turns out that is in fact where they were. She had been caught by some slimes, and we managed to fight them off. It was pretty rough, but I think we wrapped up just after killing the last of the slimes and breaking Kenna Brightspark out of the slime goo. We were also told that there is a witch somewhere in here, like a bog witch, somewhere in the mock fields, who might be responsible for raising the skeletons. That is the rumor that Martin passed along.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to make a note that's interesting, which is that Magister Dude did not tell us about Witch. Warned us about lots of things, did not talk about Witch.
Yep.
Which seems weird.
I
but
mean,
like
that would require him to believe she is a witch.
That's true. If we asked him, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, you mean the
hermit that lives out in the swamps?
The weird hermit sage apothecary lady."
Yeah. Oh, also Martin showed us how he catches slimes, which was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A secondary note on the witch thing is the fact that, like, he probably just didn't tell us because we didn't need to know.
That's fair. It looking at the map now that I think about it, because I did write this down, that like our route, it took us away from that. Like both routes take us away from where we think she is. So it's not the biggest danger.
Okay, so you have left the Mockden Caverns. Kenna has taken a few minutes with some vials. She's actually trying to still collect some of these some samples from the slimes you have encountered thus far. If any of you would like to help her, you are welcome. But she is determined to finish her own work out here before returning.
How much time is she going to take doing this work?
Hard to say unless you help.
I will offer to help.
In which case, I need a sleight of hand check from anyone wanting to participate.
Starting off strong. 11.
Oh, that's not quite high enough to be of enough assistance.
Yeah. I mean, I play musical instruments. I don't exactly bottle slime. Sorry, Kenna.
But Vendi is of more use. Okay.
So
Alright.
I guess everybody used up my inspiration. The ones I gave out.
I think so. Yes.
I believe so.
I mean,
I
Uh,
did.
I don't
used
see
it to-
any. I don't see any marks on the token.
Yes,
So.
I keep marks on people who have bardic. So.
I used it to fail getting my tennis racket back. So.
Okay. So you guys can begin the march back towards the Reach, after having collected not many, but enough samples for Kenna. Marvin is your escort, and as such, as proficient as he is at navigating the muck fields, there will be no encounters. As you reach the Reach, close to the evening again, late afternoon. Good part of your day. Let's see. Because you guys got there kind of early. Yeah, you don't have to spend another night out. Without issue. Kenna tells you she is going to go directly to the magistrate herself, as he is a liaison to the Avram, as he is, and heads that way. Where would you all like to go?
Probably go with just to close that
Yeah.
out.
Okay, no problem. With her in tow and her robes, her mark of her station, she is allowed through, as well as with a few words you are allowed to follow, and the magistrate meets you again in his in a not in the office that he was in before, that he took you up to before. But Kenna enthusiastically produces this vial with some shimmering goo in it, and he seems to be rather disapproving of her, what's the word, like flippancy, but she doesn't seem to care very much. He then turns to you all and says, "It wasn't really necessary to go to all that trouble for a few samples," as he kind of nods vaguely at Kenna. And he said, but then to you, he says more directly, "But thank you for your help." And he produces a coin purse for you all with 5 gold pieces. And he then tells you that I have a matter of some sensitivity. I wish to speak with all of you. However, you all look as if you have seen better days. If you would like, we can speak of it. We can speak tomorrow, for I can finish this this letter as you have requested. If you'd like, we can also speak of it now.
I would like to. I mean, is it really going to take him until tomorrow to finish this letter?
That would be hard to say. It's what he's telling you.
Yeah. Hattie will pull his head back a little bit and say, you should probably just tell us now. Then we can think about it while we sleep and give you an answer tomorrow when we pick up the letter.
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check, Hattie?
Very good at those, for sure.
Almost. Almost there.
He looks at Kenna and, with some severity, tells her to return to the inn. She seems a little taken aback by this tone, but she leaves. And then he tells you to follow him back up to his office, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've all entered, he shuts the door, and there is a audible clunk as he locks it with a very heavy bolt. And he says, "This matter, as I said, is of some significance, severity, and secrecy. There is something I'm going to ask of all of you before I can offer further assistance with your meeting with the Birdfolk Council."
So what I'm hearing is you are reneging on the deal that we have already put in place to rescue Miss Brightspark, or rather, not necessarily reneging, but altering the terms.
He does not nod, he does not say anything in response, he just meets your gaze with steely intent. There is a creature in the mock fields that is a nuisance, a threat, and has proven heresy and dangerous to the people of this city. And I need her removed.
Is it the necromancer?
His eyes meet yours, and the dark beads of his eyes, just without acknowledgement, tell you yes.
We are on our way to Elderheart to help a city that has been devastated by fire, and you feel that this person is worth preying on our kindness and turning us into assassins?
Roderick,
What?
it's more important than that. We need to investigate this at the least.
Well, this man's going to have to explain to me what is so important that it is worth not getting help to all the people in Ashborough. Because right now, those people have nothing. They got no help, no gods, no anything. Whatever's left there is almost certainly still on fire.
There
We helped
remain
find
people in Ashborough.
We were told there were no survivors, just the ones that escaped.
We were told she didn't know. She didn't see any survivors. And even then, the ones that did escape are going to need help. And this man is holding that mission hostage. I need to know what this person has done that justifies that. Well, the kindest word would probably be extortion.
Oh, trust me, Roderick, I was going to do this quite willingly, on my own.
It's not about trusting you, Miss Sierra. It's about what this man is going to tell me the truth is. If this is as bad as he says, then it shouldn't be an issue, but it makes me wonder why he hasn't contacted the Perch God himself if he has the ability to get such an audience as he intends to promise us. Go on,
Because
Mr. Mayor.
It was no severe issue until recently. Days ago. Weeks at most. For a while we could let her wander the fields without threat. But things have been coming up from the ground, things that should stay buried. There is no will but her own that could have done such. It's unnatural. Not only unnatural, but dangerous. People are getting hurt. I have
Well,
little time.
that does sound quite serious. You know, why don't you just hand that letter over, and when we have our audience in Alderheart, we'll be sure to tell them of your problem too. They'll be able to get a proper force out here to address the issue.
Or at the very least, if this has been such an issue, why are you just telling us about this now? You sent us into the fields once. Why not tell us before? We could have saved ourselves some trip.
While you were gone, there were farmers who came to me and asked that I put out some form of call, some help that would be hard to find by anyone but hired swords. Perchguard have little interest in handling this one on their own, and our jailhouse has few guards within it as it stands.
Do you have evidence of her crimes?
Myself? No.
Anyone who has asked you to do this thing? To walk into a woman's home and murder her?
Is it not enough to see the dead walking?
It is not.
It is.
Have you seen
More
her
than
raise
enough.
them? Whatever is raising them certainly is a threat, but I'm gonna... It's one
No.
thing to fight a bandit that is attacking me, making me defend myself. It's another thing to walk into somebody else's home and just snuff them out because y'all...
It starts with an investigation. If we find that she's the one who's been doing it, then we take care of the problem. If it's not, then we report back here.
And in
Find
what?
that logic is simple enough.
I have a
In
proposal.
Go on.
From a mercantile standpoint, if the case is that you are trying to extort us, Mr. Mayor, that isn't particularly good form. But if we consider the previous job concluded and get to the letter from you, and consider this a new matter, how can you make it worth it? Worth the time, specifically.
This isn't a matter of an exchange at this point. This letter has not been written. If you wish it to be written, you will do this.
Well,
So
not
it
to
is
put too fine a
extortion
point
then.
on it. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I don't believe you're going to write the letter. There's no evidence that you have the pull that you say you do, right? Or that you intend on helping us at all. So, unless you can provide some collateral, right, to make us believe, right, that you are actually going to come through the second time when you didn't come through the first, well, then I don't see why we just don't head off to Alderwood now and take our chances with the council instead of waiting 2 or 3 days to do it when we still won't have the letter.
Yeah, now here's something I have a problem with and where you lost my support. I thought this job had been completed. This, like Hattie said, is a separate matter. If you choose to extort us, we will not help. I will deal with this at a later time on my own volition, but you will get no satisfaction of us doing it for you if you are going to just cheat us out of the deed that we already did and the terms we agreed on. That, my friend, is dishonesty, and I do not tolerate that.
By all means, turn to Elderheart and wait the weeks, perhaps months it will take for you to be seen by the Birdfolk Council. If you wish to have voice heard, You need my help.
There is a threat to your people. I will help. But I will not kill a woman in cold blood.
You said there were some farmers who said they needed something doing about this necromancer witch person. They still here in Winnowing Reach? Can we talk to them?
Likely.
There's one more thing before we embark on this. You must have the letter done for us when we return. Because
You have
what
my
is
word.
your word is useless. I want a piece of paper in my hand by the time we get back. There is nothing stopping you from just keeping us here hostage under your errands. My only reason that I want to do this is because of the deed itself.
To be fair, I'd much prefer the letters written before we leave and handed off to a third party that we actually trust.
Agreed, but his bargaining position is superior to ours at the moment. We are, in a manner of speaking, held hostage.
I don't see it that way.
If what he says is true about the paperwork, then
If
Hattie shrugged.
if what he says is true about the woman out in the fields, then he'd be in deep trouble if we left, wouldn't you?
He makes no expression.
Can't get help from Alderheart. Don't have enough help here. I think it works out well for both parties involved if you write that letter, hand it off to a third party. And then when we get back from doing this little job, the third party will hand it to us and we can be on our way.
Make a persuasion check.
Bad.
I really, truly have no business with you beyond this. And he retrieves a piece of stationery and a pen, and begins scribing this letter.
Those farmers are here. Do you happen to know where they might be in your town? It is not that I want to leave you in a lurch if this person is indeed a danger, but it sounds like that this person has never been seen doing nothing, so we could be wandering those fields for who knows how long looking for that source. Meanwhile, those people in Ashborough definitely need help.
If you go to the Wrangler's Rest, you are likely seeing someone winding down for the evening.
I will look for them when we get back.
Then we'll check in tomorrow before we leave for the letter.
He nods.
All right.
This has been unpleasant, but I'm glad we could come to an agreement.
Let's head to Wrangler's Rest. Reach Wrangler's Rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a tavern, right?
Yeah, that's where you guys stayed the night the last time you were in town.
Sweet.
If it's on the way, I want to stop with oh, why do I keep forgetting her name?
Liza?
Yeah. I need to like check in.
You certainly can. You see that she is a little bit busy with some customers coming through and picking up artifacts from her
If that's
from her
the case,
cart.
then I'll just leave her alone.
You could like I said, a little busy. You can still talk with her.
Yeah, I mean, basically just want to give her the breakdown of what is currently happening. In very frank terms, meaning we are being extorted by the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah, she seems as perturbed as you are. Then how long do you think it will be before we can be moving on?
Probably days.
Hmm. Well, in the meantime, I am making a little bit of money here. I should be fine in the meantime.
Oh, have you heard anything about the road ahead yet?
Hmm. Nothing. Nothing that I think would be of any more help. You know,
Mhm.
just that it is dangerous and to travel with people if you can.
Mhm. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, Hattie'll just put his head back up and nod.
All right, yeah, you guys can head to the tavern if you'd like. It is it's a weekday and quiet. There are people again. There's members. There's scholars of the Avram who are here, and then there's clearly also as well like locals of varying degrees of obvious wealth with folks who look like they collect like the slime, quote unquote, farmers, catchers, trappers, more like, and then merchants, and then the scholars, kind of all self segregating, I guess is the right word, all hanging out with people who understand their own plights, you know.
Anybody that would stand out as somebody who is in from out from farming?
There's a good number of maybe 3 or 4 folks, likely. Marvin, actually, even.
I guess just head over to wherever they've congregated.
Mm-hmm. They kind of give you all kind of second glances as you are approaching, but don't shoo you away.
I am very sorry to interfere with your relaxation here. I'm wondering if maybe any of you are the folks who came in asking the mayor about dealing with the dangerous dock practitioner out in the fields. The mayor said we could find someone here to speak to who would come in saying there was something going on in the fields.
Yeah. There's a Luma woman who gives a very heavy sigh of frustration. Yeah, the things coming out of the ground. I had one catch itself in slime I was trying to catch the other day, and then it attacked me. And she moves one of her arms and pulls some of her feathers aside for huge, like some pretty substantial cuts, like claw marks through her ribs.
I wonder if we all might take a moment of your time to ask you a few questions about what you've seen out there and for your troubles. I think we are tasked with getting rid of this nuisance, but also in the meantime, and he'll just gesture over towards the bar to bring around. Everything's on me, I suppose. I suppose my first question is, any of you actually seen what's making these things come out of the ground?
Seen it happen? No. seen them coming out of the ground, and the closer you get to that little shack, the denser they are, the more brazen they are, too.
And I'm guessing they've never moved towards the shack, otherwise you wouldn't suspect that was where they were being called from.
Well, we see every once in a while that witch pittering around in the fields, murmuring to herself. She definitely has a feeling. Get closer to her, she smells like burning. And
What are you doing?
some of these creatures follow her, and she doesn't seem bothered by them. I think I've even seen before she uses them to carry things for her. There's no way that they're not just... There's no way she's not friendly with them. And that's unnatural, at least.
And can you describe what this person looks like for us, so I know who she is, and maybe if you can tell us where that house is?
They kind of trace out directions for you, and they say that around the fields, although it's more southerly than west, so it's, not a lot of backtracking comparatively to you walking to the dens earlier. Kind of portly. She's a hedge with graying quills. She always has things stuck to them, like she's been rolling around in garbage. She has an amulet of some kind on twine round her neck.
Roderick sort of looks around. And anyone else have questions? Anything? Now, don't everybody speak up all at once here.
This is kind of just all of the information they're able to kind of pass to you. That some of them have seen her using skeletons as a what's the word? Hoarders, laborers. And that and her vague description.
Well, thank y'all very kindly. Hopefully we can... And she's never come into town, right? None of y'all have seen her anywhere but her hut?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. Well, thank you. I will have the bartender send over another round or whatever y'all are drinking. And you all stay safe.
They thank you. You can drop a 5 copper for them. What's happening with Vendi and Gladys right now?
I will just repeat the scene. Vendi is going to approach Gladys and tug on her sleeve and wait to be addressed.
Yes, Vendi, can I help you with something?
You said you were going to leave. So these people, that wasn't true, was it?
Oh, it's good insight you've got there, Vendi. If the magistrate is to be believed that these people need help. And I certainly would not turn away from those in need. But we are also in need. We are in need of that letter from the magistrate. And I was simply trying to exert as much pressure on him to provide what he has promised.
Vendi looks very instantly relieved and nods a bit, and then catches herself and looks embarrassed and says, "Sorry, I don't mean to imply. I thought that's what was happening, and I just wanted to make sure."
Oh, nothing to be concerned about. Just I have some experience negotiating with some, rather unscrupulous contractors. And sometimes I bring those skills to bear in other avenues. So I can understand how it might have looked. And I appreciate you coming to ask me about it.
Vendi nods quietly and then takes a seat next to Gladys.
What's Syrah doing?
Just at the bar, really mad.
And Cluck?
I think she's just hanging out with Gladys right now, as that's her main connection.
And little Hattie, how you doing?
Hattie's probably just sitting next to Syrah. Look, Hattie can read the room, and the person least likely to have a conversation and most in need of somebody to sit next to them quietly, that's definitely Syrah.
Thank you.
It's a shame you said quietly, because when Roderick goes to pay for the drinks and sees Syrah, he's going to sidle up. You seem awfully perturbed about the idea of this caster, this necromancy, you said.
No, that I have no trouble with. It's the out of fucking Cave's skull and she slams a shot down and then turns to Roderick. I don't know if to your point, it's completely unnatural. Necromancy is not strictly forbidden and a disruption of the weave. Life is a cycle, going in and out, and necromancers take from that which is of the gods. That's that which is of souls and magic and all that.
The rhythm.
Yes.
So Roderick will motion for 2 more shots to come over.
So it's a fundamental theft, if you will.
I suppose some of that kind of depends on exactly what's happening. If she is just making them bones dance around like there's life in them, but not really bringing a spirit back, that's a whole different thing than... Sometimes here, the spirits just don't leave. My Serena, she gets portents, the spirits tell her things that come to pass. That's why I was in Meadowfen in the first place, so I have some amount of sympathy. Or maybe it will vanish once I meet this hedge, but a lot of people who do strange things, well, they get misunderstood real quick, and then you have a mayor sending a hit squad after you.
That's why we start with the investigation. I'm not here to murder some innocent, but If she is a true
That
necromancer
was-
and had been hurting the people here, I will have no problem striking her down.
Roderick will slam back his shot, pass the other one over to Sierra.
She will
Well,
do the same.
we can hope then that this is simply a misunderstanding. But if not, practitioners like that are the kind of the ones that are responsible for folks like Serena and myself who have to deal with things others don't really get. I don't really get, but let's hope this is real simple and real easy.
Let's hope. He is hoping.
I seem to be out. Hold on one second, and I will order another pair of shots.
I will toast Roderick. I appreciate your sensitivity, but this is serious stuff we are dealing with.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Judging by what that poor Luma went through, those marks on her side, this could escalate to a life and death, so let's try to keep it with life instead of death, shall we?
Always. Duh. That constable really drove me up the wall, though.
Yeah, I mean, I sympathize a little that he finally thinks he's got someone who might be able to do something about this.
Well, he
I
could have just
imagine-
asked.
Yeah, way I expect he seeded. He might have thought that if he asked, well, he can't make sure we gonna did what he needs us to do. He might we might have said no. Now, I don't excuse at all what he gone down did, but God, wow. Gone down did.
That was, I mean,
That was crunchy. That was
I
crunchy.
loved it. It was so good.
If we're being honest, that's the way it sounds, anyways. Going dun did.
Point I'm making here is he might just be doing it all out of concern for his people. I can understand that. I think we all can. Doesn't make the whole thing unscrupulous.
No,
And it-
no, it doesn't.
Does sort of make you wonder how he sees us if he thinks we just walk away.
Yeah, I mean, again, I understand that he wants to help his people, but when you make someone a deal, you make good on that, right? Keep it.
Absolutely. Gotta stand by your word.
Yeah, pisses me off. I was
Well-
gonna do. I was already interested, but he made me go get a little bit perturbed. Glad you guys stepped in before raised my voice.
Roderick gives a raised, well, what would be eyebrows look. Monsieur, I don't think I've ever heard you raise your voice. I'm hoping I can live my whole life without seeing that. Well, I suppose. Well, the Luma seemed to think it wouldn't be too far to get there. Mostly south. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right? Mostly south.
Mhm.
Great, cool, cool and good. Yeah.
Roderick
After-
will post with the last shot.
Yeah. And I'll probably head up, maybe with Hattie, to just like immediately fall asleep.
All right. Rooms here are. I think I said there were 2 silver. Yes. No, 1 gold.
Per?
Was it 2 silver last time, or was it 1 gold?
It was silver because I remember
Okay,
making
good.
change.
That's what I thought too, but
Yeah.
my notes say different. I said silver, but my notes say different. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Math is hard.
Bartender, is there any way around here for a tub? Those slimes out in those swamps are pretty disgusting.
They provide you with the steel tub. They'll tell you that water will be coming up in a minute, and also a special soap that is made out here to help, especially for feathers, pull the stickiest of the slime from your from like either clothes or again fur feathers.
Excellent.
Okay, everybody. Anyone have anything else they're doing tonight? Or is long rest time?
I got nothing.
Roderick
also good.
Roderick will stay up just a little bit, not too much, and play for patrons if they come in. I assume this place will get a little busier
Mhm.
after. He'll play for a bit and then head up to bed.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody take a long rest and put a smiley face in chat when you're ready to move on.
Bardic inspiration.
Yay. Man, having 2 spell slots is fucking rough.
Yep.
Oh, Christ. Oh, crap. I didn't use any of my
Have
hit
they
dice. I
added-
lose hit points.
Any bard cantrips?
It's funny, playing typical spellcasters, I updated my rages and my health, and I was like, there has to be something else. What am I missing?
I put my second win from 0 to 1 and then checked my spell sheet and I was like, nope, not this time.
What? You have your gust on there, I hope.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've also got jump once per day, but I've yet to cast it.
Okay. The next morning, is there anything you'd like to do before you head out? Visit the apothecary or check in with Eliza? Anything before you head out?
Really quick thing of bookkeeping. The 5 gold. 5 gold?
Yep.
Was that split or who's carrying that?
Party fund somewhere.
Someone
Yeah.
has 5 gold, but do you want to split it?
Are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There's 6 of us, though.
No,
I guess
that-
whoever he
that-
handed it to would have
that
it.
is okay. I do not need any money, thank you.
Mhm.
You can have it.
Shrug. 15 gold. All right.
Roderick will be up early to make sure that breakfast is out again for everybody.
Okay. No problem. All right. You guys ready to head out, or do you need to have a breakfast meeting?
That's
Just so
his
I'm
thing.
clear, are we splitting this gold or is it going in group loot?
Put it in group for now.
Yeah.
Is what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to put that in the tools folder, just so you know. Okay. Yeah, you guys can head out south. You have a pretty good idea, Roderick, from talking to the farmers about the area where some of this weirdness is happening, some of this necromantic flaring. You can either, at this point, to navigate, try a survival check, which is going to be substantially harder but you can also attempt an Arcana check to kind of peruse the effects in the region and try to determine where it is most centralized.
I can help with the survival check if someone's good at that.
I am not good at either of those two things, so we do have somebody familiar with maps, which sadly we don't actually have.
I could do survival, unless anybody's got an Arcana, because I don't have that.
I can help you with survival.
Sure.
18.
Okay. It is not far along that you are tracking and navigating these, again, like stinky and sticky swamps, and it becomes denser as you are traveling. There are more trees the farther you are traversing, and obscuring more and more sunlight. As you are walking, you know there are things distantly around you. Creatures, potentially animals, that definitely are seeing you, and the occasional slime that kind of rolls away that does not appear that you are necessarily sensed in any means that makes them agitated enough to attack. However, there is not far from what looks to be some sort of clearing, some parting of the trees, and definitely what looks like potentially fences made of felled trees. There is a change in the proximity of things around you. It becomes very evident very quickly, Hattie, that you guys not only are watched, but now things want to stop you from continuing. And these things kind of shamble themselves around into more bird-like forms, and you are once again faced with the bog bodies risen from the water, and we are going to have just a little fight with some skeletons.
Hooray.
I don't like your intonations, Sarah. I don't know if it's just me projecting that just a little fight means something terrible and dire is gonna happen. But
and it is only like as you approach this, essentially this fence, as you're getting closer to this clearing, that they seem to notice you all and are definitely going to try to prevent you from crossing. No stealth from you guys necessary.
I can't remember last time. Did we take care of these guys very handily, or do we have trouble?
we took care of them handily, I think.
Kind of. We had a lot more control over the situation before. Here we're kind of surrounded.
I guess the question is, should I rage?
No.
No time like the present to ask that question. It's your turn first.
Anybody?
Yes. It
Cool,
saves
thank
hit
you.
point.
Love that.
Always rage, baby. Throw that rage button.
That's not true because I took out one slime with it, and that was it for that one rage. So
Always rage.
here we go, raging.
Remember, that was because you waited. I just
No, that was before we got in the... I didn't rage at all inside the cave. I'm talking about the fight outside the cave. And here is my racket, so I don't take more. I accidentally pushed it twice. Don't worry about that.
I thought you were telling us last time that you like waited to rage because you weren't sure if you should, and then there was only one.
You did
That's
tell
my-
us that.
That's my turn.
Yep. 7's gonna miss.
Sure is.
Yep. All right, Syrah.
All right, indeed. I'm going to go ahead and step in front of Roderick and Vendi and go ahead and Sacred Flame the one in front of us.
Oh my god. It rolled a 22 or 21 on its thing.
Damn. Okay.
Damn it.
Now
Damn it, Vendi. Where's your initiative? What are you?
I'm apparently first. We can just do me last. Fuck it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Great. Okay. Then Hattie.
Bonus action stone. Chuck a stone at this one here as I back up.
A 12 was gonna hit.
Blink.
Okay.
That's bonus and action.
Ooh, that is bludgeoning. Nice.
Yeah. That means that it is a. This stone knocks through its eye socket and clatters around inside the skull, and the whole thing just collapses.
Woohoo!
That's vulnerability for you, I guess.
Hattie blinks and looks down at the rest of the rocks in his hand.
Okay. Roderick is up.
Bandit, we got one incoming. And that is a... Boop. Nope, wrong button. Boop. And then I will draw my rapier. And I have 10. Now, you know what? I'm just going to vicious mockery this guy. So we'll
Okay.
pull out the concertina that he just got from
What
Eliza.
the fuck? Mm-hmm.
What?
No, keep going.
Okay. Why can't I find my spell that I'm sure you already saved against?
I rolled a
And
nat
it-
20.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
I rolled a
just
nat
won.
20, which is a 19, and then you rolled a 1 for the damage, so we're,
Yep.
we're doing great. We're
Business
fine.
as usual. But that's me.
Okay, we're gonna stab at Syrah first with the 16 and Gladys with a 15.
Are there two attacks of the same one? Oh, no.
16
Gladys
to
is-
you and a 15 to... no, sorry, not Gladys. Cluck.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sorry, how much?
Does not-
What to
Does
hit?
not hit.
16, Syrah.
Yeah, that. Sorry, go ahead.
15, Cluck.
That'll hit.
Okay. And
That'll
Syrah
miss.
does a 16 miss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is 5 piercing damage, reduced to 2 for you.
Hey.
The commotion of some of these skeletons kind of clattering around and you guys casting some spells catches the attention of something on the other side of the fence. A nose kind of pokes up over the side, and you catch a glimpse of a Vulpin who takes a quick look at you all, very briefly, and
Shit, son.
and immediately turns tail. You see the flick of her tail as she bounds the opposite direction right away.
Is the color of her fur similar to the Vulpin that escaped when we killed those bandits?
Her name
You
is
know it.
Frey Meriden, and how dare you forget? She was so iconic.
Told us in
Lillian,
the most dramatic
you're lucky.
fashion.
You're lucky. I remember your name. I suck at names.
She screamed, "I'm Faye Meriden" at us.
You
Frey.
could maybe catch. Actually, could you roll me a perception check? Well, what's your passive perception?
Passive is 13. Oh no.
Can I try?
What's your passive?
It is 17.
Christ.
Let me.
Closer. Yeah, I wish I had observant.
That's pretty good.
Actually,
More
the both of you can see this because she's not being stealthy necessarily, but she has those blue leathers that you saw on her before, and she is just running in that opposite direction across the clearing.
So, is that direction the direction of where we think the cottage is?
Yes. I'm going to put her on the map so you have a pretty good idea of like how far away she is currently, approximately. But that's about where she starts, and then she takes off. So she's going to be farther away off map, just so you know.
Gotcha.
Okay, Gladys.
All right. Gladys is going to run up here and round this corner, around the party. And as she does, she's going to end up over here, but she's actually going to chuck a nail at that fool.
Okay. 24 will certainly hit. With not quite enough damage to knock this one out, but nearly.
All right, and that is my turn.
Okay. Vendi?
I feel like most of us are doing piercing damage.
That is true.
You are, and this was a hilarious thing for all of the effects that happen with the slimes for any other kind of damage last time.
I am going to try and give this guy a little stab. Did 22.
Yep.
Or 6.
Okay.
That is it for me.
Cluck. All right. The racket clatters into this thing's rib cage, and it crashes to the ground.
I did it. Run over here. That's it.
All right, Sarah.
Yeah. That sort of same vein. Ace.
13 will hit,
Club it in the face for 7 bludgeoning.
and you smite through the ribs and destroy it.
Bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch where what's her name went.
She's
Sorry.
headed,
Did you ping me?
Frey.
yeah, she's headed this way.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and start booking it after her.
Okay, great. Hattie?
Yeah. I'm gonna, as Sierra goes like bounding off, I'll turn to make sure everybody can see, and I'll fire rock at her.
Okay. Okay. That will hit. Okay.
I thought she went off already.
She
No,
did.
she's-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I didn't shoot after her.
Carry
'cause I
on.
thought
Good.
she was-
No, listen, I'm just confused.
Anyway.
Yeah, I thought she'd just run off. That's all. Never mind. We're clearly still chasing.
You have a couple of turns left, potentially. Okay. Roderick, it's your turn.
I guess I will put the concertina back in my bag. I guess we're chasing Frey again, and I will just take off and dash.
Okay, how far can you get?
60 feet. I don't know how far off the map she went, though.
Pretty far, I think.
Right there.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, the red.
I'm guessing I was firing
5
at
feet from where she started.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. That means then, Roderick, you have before you the, what's the word? The log fence, right above, like, right in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And you're tall. You are quite tall, actually. So you definitely see, again, she crosses this field, and in the
Hey.
middle of this field is
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
is a very old and shabby-looking shack with every beam of it sagging under rot and disrepair, with no glass in any window, and the door kind of barely hanging on its hinges. She catches her paws onto the opposite fence, like across the field, and and throws herself over and gone again.
Nice shot, Hattie.
That is twice.
Well, she's gone over the opposite side of the fence. I don't think we're gonna catch it, but this seems to be the place we're looking for. Shabby little shack surrounded by these walking skeletons.
Yeah, looks like the place.
I guess Roderick will call out in hedge, because they told us she was a hedge, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He will call out in hedge. Hello, is there anybody home? We're gonna let ourselves over your fence if that's okay.
There's you see a little flicker, as something bright and orange, like a flame being lit and just kind of exploding somewhat, very intensely from inside the, through the windows, and then it immediately dims, and you see a silhouette kind of poke their nose through this window, and once it kind of crosses the threshold of where the window pane should be, you clearly see the face of a aged and filthy hedge woman, who looks at you and says, "Have you come to buy something?"
Y'all want to get up here to this fence with me, please? I suppose that depends on what you are selling, but truth be told, we are here to ask you a few questions about these ambulating skeletons you seem to have, well, in your front yard.
Well, sure. No one else is using them.
So they're not yours?
Well, they're mine, certainly. They don't have a home otherwise, I don't think.
See, we are here, I suppose, on behalf of the folks over in Winnowing Reach. Says some of your skeletons have been attacking and harassing folk there, and
So you're aware?
You've been sending your skeletons to harass the farmers?
Sending? No. No. They get too close, they get a little anxious.
It's not what I would call.
Would you like to come in?
You should have better signage out here. Several signs could have fixed this problem, maybe.
Well, I can barely read.
Wow.
Can tell by sterling logic.
Gladys is opening the gate and walking into the house.
I guess I will. I guess we are coming in. You don't mind my asking what it is exactly you're selling?
Potions and poultices. She actually pulls herself from the window to open the door for you, Gladys.
Very kind. I'm glad to see you're all right. We just spotted a dangerous criminal in these parts.
Oh my God, her name is Susan, and I love her.
A criminal?
Yes.
Yeah, might be two.
Okay, I'm afraid I am confused a little bit here. Now, you are the one who is ambulating these skeletons, letting them walk around your yard and do things for you.
Uh-huh.
And you are not. I suppose I'm trying to understand why you would have them attack the folks from Winnowing Reach. Why those farmers are getting attacked by your skeletons.
Oh, like I said, they're just, they just get antsy. If you get a little too close, they get cranky.
Oh,
That's not an
and you
excuse.
can't stop them from doing that, because we just had to dispatch 3 of your friends out there trying to come and see you here. How's a merchant like you gonna make any money if your customers are getting run off by skeletons?
She blinks with a mad confusion, and just says, I can't be expected to keep an eye on every single one of them. Sometimes they just sort of come up. I just tell them that they can stay here if they need rest. I have many other things that I'm doing.
Okay, just so I'm clear, we are both talking about the same thing, right? The piles of bones out there in your front yard.
Yes.
now, Susan, you just said something I'm not quite clear on. Are you the one responsible for bringing them up from the ground, or are they just coming up on their own and you're giving them a place to stay?
It sort of started that I found them, and then they started just coming towards me.
Wait. You aren't raising them from the... They are ambulating, but they were dead. You did not do this thing, yes? Is what you're saying.
That's probably the best way to be thinking about it.
But you have been fostering them, in a manner of speaking.
Yes.
Do you know what's making them come up from the ground? What's making them not stay dead, I suppose, is the...
That's a very good question, and I've been asking it for some time now. But the demons, they don't really necessarily... They're not very good talkers. The last one just kept spouting and shouting and cursing at me.
The demons?
Oh, yes. I've been talking with some spirits from other places for a little while, trying to get a better idea of what exactly happened in the Scorched Grove and what's happening in these fields, and certainly many questions about how I got turned away from such prestigious academic resources such as the Avium, but, they're not very chatty, not very kind either.
I'm sorry, you're part of the Avium?
Oh, no, they did, not accept my application.
And I'm sorry to pry. You said something about speaking to the spirits of this place.
No spirits here. Speaking with creatures of other planes.
Demons, correct? that what you
That's-
said?
That is the word that has been bandied about before.
Okay, let me.
How is it that you control these ambulating forms?
I think they just trust me.
I was gonna say, Hattie, I don't rightly think she is.
Huh.
Let
They
me.
trust you. Does that mean they are sapient, maybe?
It's a very good question.
That's very strange.
Yeah,
They do not have a
that's
brain.
worrying.
Okay, can I
Slimes
ask?
do not have a brain either, though.
If they find themselves here, do you know where they're coming from?
Where they're coming from? The dirt.
Mm.
Ugh, Sierra fucking smacks her forehead.
But the dirt that they come from, is it all in one particular place or from all over?
Oh, it's all over here. I think that it might have something to do with, perhaps it might, but I don't know, because nobody's telling me otherwise, that it's some of these slimes after they've stopped moving around too much, seeping into the earth and maybe affecting things that have been here for a while. But again, no creature's been giving me any straight answers. Would you like to come in?
Oh, that,
Has anyone
That's
inside
all.
here yet?
Yeah, it's,
I thought we were
I'm,
Can I, real quick?
I
I'm particularly
will.
good at it.
I will. Go ahead, June.
Yeah, I don't think she's telling the truth completely, but I also think she's a fucking idiot. So like, even odds.
I don't know if it's too late, but I specifically want to incite the they just trust me inherently or that particular thing. she said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess to clarify, the part I'm inciting is does she think that she is like telling the truth? I guess, as far as the
What's
not
that
being.
supposed to mean?
Hattie's pretty sure she's crazy.
Yeah.
So is she actually crazy? Okay.
All right, Judgy Jeffersons. Jesus Christ. Someone's talking to spirits. Fuck y'all.
Hey, no. My insight tells me she is. It's okay. I'm not being judgy. I'm being correct. Christ.
Gladys, do you come inside?
oh yeah.
Yeah, Roderick will go inside.
Yeah, same for Hattie.
Miss Susan, what? We thank you for your hospitality. I would certainly not want to run afoul of the generosity you're showing here. We are, like I said, we are here on behalf of some of the folks from Meadowfen who seem to think that you are the one, well, causing these things to come up and to attack folks from that town. And truth be told, they would like these things not to be a problem for their efforts in these swamps anymore. And we told them we would investigate, and that's why we are here. You said you've been asking around. Anybody have any sort of idea of a way to make these poor souls stay at rest?
One of her little black paws goes to scratch the back of her head, and a couple of quills just kind of drop and clatter against the ground. And she picks them up, and then she takes them to the fireplace and tosses them into a pot that has, now that you are within the walls, a very sweet and fragrant and frankly tantalizing smell. But you just did see her throw something you wouldn't yeah. And she stands at the hearth for a minute and catches what looks like this little black bug off of the hearth and whispers to it, and sets it back down. And she says, well, that is fair, I think. But the best I think I might be able to offer you is, well, as I said, I have been trying to communicate with creatures that might know more about this than I. And as it happens, I might have a pretty good inclination as to how to get a more helpful entity to speak with me. As I said, the last few have been, and she pitters her fingers together like Chatterbox. And she says, but I am missing some materials for this summoning.
What sort of thing are you thinking of summoning here? We've had a run-in with more than a few kind of nasty entities on our way here.
Oh, well, she kind of scratches at her neck and chin for a minute. She says, just a little demon. Just a little one.
Uh-huh. And what are you looking for to summon this demon?
Oh, that shouldn't be. That's just a couple of frogs.
Is she trying to hide any information from us, or is she just batty?
Mhm.
Roll insight.
Yeah, I definitely am. She really, like, oh god. She's saying demon, and I'm like,
Oh, well, I agree with your assessment completely, Roderick.
Mhm.
oh my god.
She seems. I mean, she seems a little weird and dodgy, but but she's also like she's not making eye contact in that she's avoiding eye contact. She just seems to be very interested in other things happening around this room.
Do any of us know anything about demons and how good of an idea this might be?
No.
Yeah, what
I
exactly
figured not,
are
right?
you
So I'm just kind of
thinking
on board, I think. I think I'm just
Why
nodding.
would you be on board?
Because I don't know anything about demons.
Yeah, we
June.
don't know enough to know better, essentially.
Yeah. She seems like she's trying to be helpful, so I'm just nodding.
Mm-hmm.
And
She
you need frogs? We can retrieve frogs, I think.
she holds this little beetle up to her ear for a little bit. She says, "I agree completely, normal." And she looks back at you all and says, "Oh, well, that would be actually tremendously helpful. And then I can tell you, well, perhaps, well, what do you think?" And she speaks again to the this little beetle, and she says, "Actually, normal suggests that I could maybe talk to you now, since you all have interest in assisting the folks of Ashburn, right?"
Oh,
That is correct, yes.
We said we were from from Winnowing Reach, not, we didn't say anything about Ashborough.
She was correct.
She suddenly has like intense focus and her posture changes a little bit.
Sure. We'd love to hear what you have to say about Ashborough.
The last thing that spoke to me showed me a city in flames, a blaze consuming the entirety of the wood. There were figures too, with a large, lumbering, burning thing, and something else that was shadowed and distant, that was simply watching from the hills. But perhaps that was a strange dream I had after eating way too many lizard spleens. And she sets the beetle back on the wall, and it flutters around and crawls.
you are very strange and interesting.
Thank
Have
you.
you always been this way, or is this the result of living in this place for too long?
Hattie.
That's a very good question. I would assume it has to have been, probably always. Seeing as, again, They didn't let me into the university, and I can't imagine it was because they didn't like my smile. And she grins at you, and she is missing some teeth.
How are you speaking with a bug?
This is my companion. This is
Aw.
normal. And she catches it again and holds it out to you, a little black beetle.
Hattie like holds it and looks at it, goes, Would speak to me, or is it in a language that hello, normal?
The shell kind of cracks and the wings flutter, and its head visibly lifts to look at you.
Oh, this is interesting. How did you train this bug to do this? I have tried to train bugs. They do
Oh.
not listen.
Normal is a spirit from another place that has come to assist me. Sometimes he takes this form, and sometimes he takes other, less helpful forms.
Hattie just blinks and stares at the bug blankly.
It extends a couple of its legs in what looks like a slightly groovy dance.
Yes.
This is
Beetle dance.
very interesting.
Don't eat him, please.
I
I've had folks eat him.
Oh. He does not seem like he would taste good.
No, he doesn't.
Hmm.
I speak from experience.
So, okay. My companions are probably going to have a problem with some of your presentation. I think you are telling the truth about the skeletons. Which doesn't mean that you aren't responsible. It just means you are currently acting in what you think is good faith. But the demon thing might be a harder sell, to be honest.
Well, do you know anyone else we could ask?
You have a point. I do not.
If this thing you're summoning, what makes you think it will tell you the truth?
Why wouldn't it?
Why would it? Plenty of folks lie when they got no reason to.
Is it
Downright
from the
despicable,
same
you ask me.
place as normal? Is that where they come from? Is normal a demon?
I hope not, but he might be. Haven't asked.
Do you mind asking him now?
Normal. And the beetle flies from your hand back over to her, and she looks cross-eyed at it in her own palm. and she murmurs to it for a minute, and she says, he says no.
Oh, that's
Had-
encouraging.
I'm assuming it's impossible to insight.
check the beetle.
I was gonna say if I had more spell slides, I would
Okay,
cast
but-
speak with animals right now, just to hear what this fucking thing is
I
saying.
don't think that counts, Ted.
I'm
Does
watching-
it?
True, it's a
Look.
familiar.
I've been told this beetle is sapient. I'm treating this beetle like a person. I don't know what this beetle.
If I can't insight check the beetle, can I insight check her answer to the beetle's answer?
You
That
can.
is
I'm sure she thinks she's telling the
It's just
truth.
not going to be
Doug.
helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thinks that this beetle is completely honest with her. Why would it have any reason to lie?
Does the beetle
Look, guys,
dance
this is the thread I'm going down.
in a
Okay.
truthful way? Does the beetle's dance seem trustworthy?
It's so goddamn groovy. You can't.
Okay, so
You are disarmed.
We've been
I believe
seduced by a
normal.
demon's
I
dance.
believe in this beetle. I
All
love
right, all right, Miss Susan, just point us at the frogs.
Sierra's just gonna come back from inside and be like,
Hey,
"Hey
Sierra.
guys, what I miss?"
Oh,
You
okay,
what?
Yeah,
We're,
I mean-
we're hunting frogs,
yeah,
apparently.
we're going to get
I mean, the campaign's over because now we just work for Susan, right?
Right.
Like we all understand that.
Okay.
This
okay,
is a new game called Susan Humblewood.
So
Sarah, we're gonna have
Susan is
to
our
get,
Jim Dark Magic.
we're gonna have to
start.
get some frogs, because she's gonna ask a demon if the demon knows about why the dead are getting up and moving around. She's
and
kind
also
of
about
like
Ashboro, I believe she said.
well, no, she talked about Ashboro with the other demon, but maybe she could
I'm
ask
saying.
another question.
Yeah. This one might have.
Sierra is currently crouched over a pile of bones trying to like investigate whether the cause of revivification was slime induced or necromantic, and she will become despondent while you're talking and just be like, "What? Can I do some sort of, is this a good idea? Would I know how bad of an idea this is?"
I feel like that's a gut check, and that's just one you gotta do yourself.
Hattie
Do I-
sees
this-
Sarah like panicking and is like, "Okay, listen."
Wait. Sarah, at baseline, do I know what a demon is?
Yes. Actually,
I'm
do you
trained in
have
religion.
I have training
couple
in
of you have
religion.
yeah, okay. I will let the
Yeah.
both of you roll religion.
Oh boy.
Oh,
This'll go well.
Christ.
I hit a
can I
button,
fucking
but
roll
it's not-
Bless on
No.
myself?
Bendy
Damn.
knows that
You would
demons
need
are small
guidance.
beetles that do groovy dances.
Do I
If you have
spend my
religion, you
inspiration?
can make this check.
Wow, Gladys is better at
I
religion.
fucking
than I
don't.
am.
I got nature, baby.
How do you all have religion?
I'm an acolyte.
Yeah,
Roderick's
ditto.
an acolyte. Gladys has a history with religion, and as does Sierra. They both had coming to God moments in their backstories.
I am literally a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're the only one I understood. But now that
Roderick is also technically a cleric.
Yeah,
Hey,
Roderick's an acolyte.
I
if
didn't know
y'all
he was an
ever
acolyte
need
at first.
if y'all ever
Yeah,
need any,
originally I was
like-
going to play a community cleric, but when I switched to bard, I took acolyte as my background, just to sort of keep some of the story stuff.
All right, so
The gut check that the three of you get is that this doesn't feel like a very good idea, but she does have the point of who else can we ask?
also did I ever get an opportunity to like? Is it at all obvious to see whether she was like telling the truth about this not being like magic? Is there like some slime shit in these bones?
Roll me in investigation.
That does feel right, doesn't it?
This
It
DC is
does.
going to be incredibly high.
Incredibly high, yeah. I will tell them what I'm doing first if anyone wants to help me out, or actually, you know what? I am going to. No, that's saving throw. Damn it.
Do you have
Damn-
guidance as a
damn it,
cantrip?
Bless. I do not have guidance. I should have guidance as a cantrip. Fuck.
If you're
Oh,
telling
shit.
everybody, I'll help you out with it.
I'm
Yeah.
an intelligence character who is only trained in nature. So if y'all ever need any like flowers identified, I'm your girl.
I don't
Until
get
then,
guidance.
I'm useless.
All right, Gladys.
Gladys has done a ton of home inspections, so
Great.
hell
go,
yeah.
go ahead and see if these bones are up to code, my girl.
I don't get guidance. for
Oh,
2
here's
more
your
levels.
problem. You got a leak in these bones.
These bones don't meet OSHA regulations. Holy crumbs.
Some
That's
of these
18.
bones are clearly eaten by acid and have some of the gleam and like iridescent sheen of these slimes, but that alone is certainly not enough to tell you whether or not they like are suffused with the magic so intently that's what causes them to stand. Like that would require taking them to potentially
Right.
the university to actually have them properly examined. But this
Alright.
but her what's the word, estimation, her guess so far, it seems like it might be sound.
Other
right.
question. Is there anything in common these skeletons have had so far? Like, as far as a variety, granted, when we see them, they're all just a bunch of little burp skeletons, but are there any other, like, similarities they've had, either superficially or like
I'm gonna
all
say
one type of thing?
I'm gonna say probably not, because anything that would be major identifiers besides like structure would have been completely eaten by the bog.
Okay. But it's not like they're all obviously only one type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conspicuously so, I should say.
Yeah. Do you want to go frog hunting?
Yes.
I suppose
Sweet
we are not
Titan.
going to have a choice. These frogs, do you need them alive or do you need them dead?
Alive. I'll kill them here.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Ooh, Roderick, can we get extra frogs for a boil?
Don't see why not.
Susan goes to one of her shelves and retrieves a jar that is marked like it says moonfish spelled very poorly, and then scratched out, and then like it and then star written above where it says moon. And goes to the pot and begins dumping in like half broken, very dried old starfishes into this pot.
If it makes you feel any better, Sierra, she thinks she's telling the truth about the skeletons not being her fault. She
Sierra-
sees herself as kind of like a foster mom to the skeletons, which
Sierra
is very interesting.
is in the middle of like saying a very quiet prayer of forgiveness to Titan, just being like, I'm sorry. I am still your loyal servant. I will do what I can to help everyone here, and if anything goes wrong, I will put these motherfuckers in the dirt.
Well-
and then Hattie comes at me with that, and she just like looks down with a worried look, and
Okay,
she
that
says, "That's what I'm concerned
That was
about."
the wrong. Okay, let's think about this different then. Either
No, we're
Hold on.
we're doing this.
it'll be yes, it'll be okay. Just listen. If she summons something bad with the frogs, and we kill her, and then it's as if the conversation, it's all fine. If she figures out what happened and why the undead are happening, maybe we fix it. Don't kill her. It's the same outcome either way, just with extra steps.
Right. No, and Hattie, you know, I don't want to. I know she's a little. She kind of like
Yeah.
widens her eyes at Hattie. but
Been alone too long, yes.
Either way, I don't feel right. You know,
Well,
she widens her eyes at Hattie again. We'll just take her into custody.
oh, I assumed you wanted to kill her. The mayor would probably kill her after we took her into custody. So extra steps, I suppose.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose.
Hattie's like hood has been like slowly like falling back to the back of his head, as kind of like animated by this whole thing. And then at the end, like as he trails off at the end of the sentence, he like habitually pulls it back down so it's over his eyes. This is very interesting. She has a magical bug friend named Normal that's from somewhere else.
Sierra looks over Hattie at the
Bug can
wall
dance.
and just kind of shakes her head.
Yeah, you see Hattie is actually very like animated and kind of excited by all the weirdness. Like he does not seem to have a proper appreciation for how dangerous this could be. Hattie will pat Sierra on the shoulder. It will be fine. Don't worry.
Sure.
He gives you like a fanged approximation of a smile. More like a grimace.
Sierra will grimace back. A real grimace.
Yeah, I guess we'll join the others in the Great Frog Hunt of Humblewood 2021.
No. Sierra's just gonna stand by, her
Yeah,
shield and mace drawn. And she knows she's not a frog.
Getting ready to do a bonkin.
I'm getting ready to do a bonkin.
Susan inside the hut has a very large ladle that she is using to stir this mixture, which she lifts and like takes a little sip at and goes, "Tea, anyone?" And she like lifts the ladle towards Gladys.
Well,
That's the thing we saw her put her own
Yeah.
hedgehog. Okay.
that's an awfully nice offer, Susan, but I think I'm going to pass. I really rather quite full.
No visions? Okay. And she drops the ladle back in.
Oh, what kind of
Oh, fuck.
Is it poison?
Oh, if only Yop were here.
Is this what do you mean visions, Susan?
Oh, sometimes you get sometimes this place has a little bit of flexibility and lets you see into places that maybe you shouldn't see.
Can you be more specific?
She just lifts the ladle towards you.
Is it poison?
No! Be rude, poisoning guests. Off
Would
to
be
hunt
rude.
frogs for me.
Will I be able to hunt frogs if I drink the vision drink?
She shrugs.
What kind of visions?
Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Is there,
How
is
long
there,
do
like,
these visions
cup
typically
on it?
last?
She shrugs again.
There's no average.
Well,
Average, no. Sometimes I'll go through a whole cauldron myself. She like taps the cauldron.
Vendy, make sure I don't embarrass myself.
You're going to drink it?
Someone's got to.
If
You are going to drink it? That's very interesting.
It is a polite offer, but
it's
Not
it'd be
a
rude to refuse
necessity.
the hospitality, but there's also most of the time I only see the spirits after things have happened. Nothing I can do anything about it. If this can show me something before it happens, well, maybe that can be helpful. Just and to make sure I don't embarrass myself. And
If you're afraid.
we'll,
Okay.
we'll go over and take a drink.
okay. You're very heavy, so if you fall, oh no.
Yeah, don't worry, Vendy. I got you.
Hattie is also going to take a
Thank
drink, especially since
Yeah.
Roderick is taking one.
Oh, God.
Anyone else?
As a player, I want to so fucking bad.
Yeah, if only Rose was here.
This is like just the exact right kind of weirdness to fucking sucker Hattie in.
Tanner would have absolutely done this.
This lady is Hattie through a lens darkly.
Fucking Panarin would have done it if it was poison,
She
Doug.
would have gone through the entire fucking pot by now. More.
I don't feel it yet.
So yeah,
They're dropping like flies.
I know. Like, oh jeez.
Oh, whisper chat.
Goodbye,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you didn't see that?
Moon Man.
Goodbye. Oh God.
A cosmos without hatred.
I do not recognize this song.
Brother, get the flamer.
The heavy flamer.
We will purge the heretic.
Thanks for the exterminatus button, Lily. I appreciate it.
I was trying to find the scene from Text to Speech where
Yes.
the heresy, where they're like they find like the porn or whatever and keep killing each other over it. I know it's a gift somewhere, and like I'm mad I can't find it.
Oh gosh.
Well,
You know, I shouldn't play clerics except for life because I'm bad at being dogmatic. or sorry, like Shanti clerics, like the very chill, like hey, everyone should be happy and like provide for the needy and like just enjoy life to the fullest sort of thing. That's up my alley. No, I don't like having these hard lines against necromancy.
You know, Shanti is one of the gods that has a hard line against necromancy, at least halfway. Like nature gods don't like necromancy because it disrupts the natural order, or at least
Nah,
necromancy
I mean,
done by mortals.
mhm.
I mean, she's not like the thing is like she doesn't really.
They don't have anything in their
She's
codes
not
about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like it would probably make her very uncomfortable, but like just like like you said, it's not particularly natural. But like, it's not like she's Sylvanas.
Yeah, but Sylvanas is just a rat bastard anyway.
Yeah, no, Sylvanas is just a eco-terrorist.
Essentially.
Yeah, all the followers of Sylvanas suck. He's like the worst nature god in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Matter of opinion, I suppose, but
I mean, it's because he's like a pure nature god. He's not like a person
Right.
nature god.
Yeah, see,
It's just like, yes,
that's the cool part about
humans
Shanti's.
suck,
like,
and we should murder all of them.
Yeah. Right.
Nature rocks and cities suck, and we should blow them all up.
Yeah, that's why Shanti rules so hard, is because she's a nature god that's like, yeah, sustainable farming and like feast for everyone, yay! Let's make everyone happy and live in harmony with everything. Yay, that sounds good. God, they're spending a long time in there. Huh.
They're taking a fun trip.
I wonder if Adam is going to cut this dead space, or if, like, while we're listening to it, we just hear, like, a good 10 minutes of us just shooting the shit.
This is where I'm going to put my demo tip.
Yes! I was like, because I have
not edited in. Adam all this time has been muted, getting like the cassette player, and just like has it up to the mic now, and is about to press play for his hot new mixtape.
Yeah, so it's about to spit hot bars.
Industrial noise, hip hop, operatic orchestra, core.
Yeah, yes, it's all of those things, but the vocals are they're Leander.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean,
I'm gonna fucking boogie till I die. Boogie Till I Die is the headlining track.
It's my electro funk folk music as the backing track to my slam poetry about beats.
Goodness. Electro folk funk is so good for Leander. That's perfect. Oh,
yeah, man, boogie down.
Boogie down.
The boogie down.
There they are.
He is on all fours, like twisting, and like you see him scrabbling at his like sleeping roll to try to get the sleeping roll like into the corner.
Will
That's
he
neat.
allow? Will he allow help?
No, he tries. He like you see he like just makes a gesture with his hands, and 3 pebbles in his hands start to glow as he's like backing himself into a corner, trying to get the sleeping bag over his head.
Okay. Roderick, how are you doing, friend?
Roderick stands up from where he is collapsed onto all fours on the ground and dusts off the pants of his uniform. He reaches very, very shakily into his jacket and produces a cigar, which he tries several times to light with a match.
Roderick, let me help you with that.
Thank you, Miss Gladys. I very much appreciate that.
Sorry.
How are you feeling?
I don't know if I'm seeing things that happened again, or if I'm finally knowing what it means to see something before it happens. But if it's the latter, well, we really can't let this happen. Miss Susan, when you have seen things, you ever see a giant fire tear apart a mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the other things that you've been talking to? Is that what they've been saying?
Yes.
That's what happened in Ashbur. Is it? Is that what happened in Ashbur?
Oh, is it? Yes.
We better go catch those frogs, everybody. Let's go catch us some frogs.
Had he like zipped himself inside of the sleeping roll, you could see his like head poking out.
You two
Hattie-
see the same things?
I have no way of rightly knowing, but I'm guessing so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to that. I'm used to seeing things that happen like that, although it's not nearly so intense. It's
Did you burn?
well, I still got all my feathers, but I know what you mean, Hattie.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
Who was who?
Who did you see?
I was a servant girl.
Little
Oh.
thing. I don't think she made it out. Let's go get us these damn frogs.
Hattie, would you like to come out of your bedroll?
You see he like creeps his way back out and is like whispering to himself in Mapak as he like pulls his like star chart out and is like setting it down on the floor inside the hut. May I have a moment, please? Then I will join you for the frogs.
Oh, sure, I guess. Susan, you don't mind if we take an extra moment, do you?
By all means, you're going to be helping me catch frogs.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go looking for these frogs. Y'all come on up when you're ready. Which way am I going, Susan? No, Hattie. You take your time. You take your time. I'm used to what just happened.
You can go get frogs. I will be fine. I need to center.
Yeah. You stay here and do what you got to do, Harry. Which way am I going, Miss Susan?
She walks to the door and then points in a direction. She tells you that there's a puddle where sometimes frogs hatch.
How many am I looking for?
3, please.
I
I'll
will
go
be
ahead and-
joining.
Yeah, I'll accompany him.
I'll also be
Oh.
going.
And some of these. And she goes back into the hut and holds up a couple of dried out herbs. But fresh.
Can I identify what type of herbs
Yeah.
they are? Ah, shit, nature skill, baby, coming in handy.
Yep.
Finally getting to use it. I'm so excited. I'm gonna fail this roll. No, okay, never mind.
You know what to look for.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now one day I need to use Gust. Oh wait, I already used Gust. Fuck yeah. I love Humblewood, y'all.
3 frogs and how much of herbs? How much of them herbs did you need?
She kind of goes over clenching her fist a few times, like trying to visually measure, and then holds up her paw in like an approximate amount.
I wonder why she didn't get accepted into the college.
Checks out.
So tell us a bit about yourself. How do you mix potions? Guessing.
A little dab will do ya.
You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, Roderick will head for the puddle that has been pointed out.
The frog puzzle. Yes.
The frog puzzle.
You've solved
Naturally.
my frog puzzle.
Gladys is gonna wait on the front porch to try and keep eyes on the people that are going frog hunting, but also not being too far away from Hattie.
I don't know if you can understand Mapak, but
I can't.
he seems to just be listing things and then repeating for a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Normal flutters over and starts crawling across the star chart in a very suspicious path.
What?
Following your black thread.
Yeah, after a bit, like Hattie is going quiet and watching that.
All right, and Logan just got here with my food, so we're gonna take our 15-minute break and be back at past.
Fuck yeah.
Hooray.
Yo, I can't wait. We're gonna get these frogs. It's gonna be so good.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to
wrestle up
punch
some
the
grub,
shit out of
baby.
some fucking demons.
I'm
We saw
excited.
some shit, y'all.
I'm excited for some good
Yep.
down-home Cajun
we
cooking,
sure
baby.
did.
Fucking A.
Fuck
I
yeah.
figured you would probably be able to roll out of it, Roderick.
Get
Just
some
'cause-
granduilla.
Had some experience-ish. In as much as anybody can have experience with whatever the fuck that was.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
no!
that's not good.
That's bad.
That's not good.
Not good at all. Woo!
My food! Thank you. No, I'm good, thank you. They got me Arby's.
What a good
Oh,
spouse.
fuck yeah.
I got back just in time to hear. How is this working? Can I?
They got me Arby's.
Hi!
An insult.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, there it goes. It's working now.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
I'm
we
on
can
my
hear you.
phone. Oh, my computer is rebooting. I got back in time, just in time to hear Arby's.
Hey, what's that thing when you move into a new house and you burn sage to what?
Smudging?
No, it's like purge, but there's another word for it.
Well,
You something the house.
the correct thing is smudging, but as
Or,
white
sorry,
people,
that's not the
you
word I'm
can't
looking for.
smudge.
Yeah. There's another word for it.
Cleanse? Purify?
Cleanse or purify.
I think it might be cleanse. I already said that word. I thought it was another, but it's probably cleanse that I'm thinking about.
Purge?
I had purge, yeah.
I'm running out of synonyms. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Gotta smoke the demons out. With sage.
What like they did in Paranormal Activity 2. The seminal work in the field.
That's just also what you do. In pagan rituals, you burn herbs to get the ghosts to leave. And in Catholicism, you burn incense to get the demons to leave.
Demons have sensitive noses.
Yeah.
They hate it.
As we all know, I think the ghosts are just ugh, it's all this smoke in me. I'll just go hang out somewhere else. I gotta live in the air and shit. You done filled it up with smoke. Oh, and I think the demons are just they don't like incense, I guess. I guess all demons are chill, so they like essential oils instead. It's a matter of taste, I guess.
Frankincense gives you a teeny tiny high. So I think they're just buzzkills.
Maybe. Or maybe they leave because they're going to go seek out stronger drugs.
Maybe.
They're this is alright, but I'd really love some fucking weed right now. One sec, I gotta go find my dealer. And then they dip.
Stop being a dick, please. I'd really appreciate it.
Doug, don't talk to me like that.
Well, Sarah, stop barking at the person moving in, and I won't.
Don't talk to me like that. I'm just going to do what I want. Thank you very much. I'm a brat.
That is exactly what my dog is saying, too. Are you done?
I can hear the snarling.
This is why I've been muted the entire time.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Might as well go grab a coffee refill. Oh, goodbye, whoever that was. Oh, it's Ted.
Hey, jeez.
Look, there's an intruder, Doug.
You mean my new roommate?
Yeah.
Respect the boundaries.
They don't know.
I'm glad you guys have all been enjoying Susan's company.
That's a generous
look. Hattie's been vibing.
Hattie's been vibing until he took a bad ayahuasca trip.
Tea. Yeah, it was all fun and games until the bad tea.
Yeah, can't all be winners.
Well, winners don't do drugs.
This is our after-school special episode of Humblewood,
Mhm.
where we all are sitting on a table, all cool. Like what you just saw was a dramatic reenactment of drugs are bad.
Don't do this shit, kids.
You'll see visions of the future and go feral. Wow, that sounds great. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are we supposed to be on a completely black map, Sarah? I know lighting is sometimes a thing. Good talk. Good talk.
I'm gonna guess we are not supposed to be on a black background, and we are probably supposed to be seeing a very quaint cottage, if I had to guess.
That was a good watch.
What was it?
The text-speech emperor scene.
Oh,
Just going
yeah.
up the chain. Maybe just one read.
Sarah, are we supposed to be seeing a map or a black screen?
There should be a map.
I do not
completely
believe
black.
we have seen it.
Yeah, I think the lighting might be borked.
Okay.
Let me refresh. Although I suppose
I just did.
Yeah. Yeah. As I was saying that, I was like, that question's already been answered.
That fix it?
You didn't tell us about the giant seashell cauldron.
Well, I can see myself, but I can't see anything else.
Okay. That fix it?
Yes. Now I can see how delightful this little place is. There's a big conch.
I'm so sad you guys have been here for like an hour and you haven't seen it.
Look, we're polite. We're just in the theater of the mindscape.
I'm glad that happened, I guess, but I'm still sad that you missed out on this cute little map.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be doing some demon fighting up in this piece in a hot second.
I have returned.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the map that apparently nobody was seeing.
Oh yeah, we weren't. I thought it was just down in case we had to fight.
Oh my god, I'm sitting in the rocking chair.
I'm sitting on your lap, baby.
It's like I'm there.
I've perched on the rocking chair, just a tiny baby.
I love that huge 6-foot Roderick is just this is like tiny Vendy is like this is my buddy. I will die for this bird.
It's like
Holy
it's
shit, Roderick's like 6 feet. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's massive.
He's super
very
tall, but
big.
Taller
super
than me.
skinny.
Lanky.
He
Yeah.
is
That's a lanky
super
boy.
skinny.
He's like
He
he's
is.
got like the height difference though of like with Vendy particularly of like a halfling and a human, which
Pretty
isn't
much.
like
Yeah.
that weird, but it is. I mean, he's still head and
I
shoulders
maxed out his
taller
height
than
roll.
most things.
He's also 124 pounds.
Oh my
He's a
god!
very thin man.
Like I
he's
know
a little
bird bones, but Jesus!
The bird bones. I think I'm like 30 pounds.
Very kickable.
Yeah,
Sorry.
very easily kickable. I just will go flying.
Yeah, no, that's actually like higher.
I am 4'9" and 110.
What the? Oh, 4'9".
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got solid bones.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got them solid
I'm
bones.
a humble folk.
And
Also,
and
he's a
thick
Mapop.
fur.
Yeah, we're
I
squatting.
don't know if you've ever. I'm not judging
A
here, Hattie,
rotund
but
gentleman.
if you've ever seen, if you've ever seen some raccoons wandering around, they are some little roly polies, and they
They're
are adorable.
chunky. They're chunky and proud of their little
We-
round bodies
We
and
have
their
one
little
that comes
pillowcase hands.
pillowcase hands.
You know, like a pillowcase shape. Like they're like big and round, and they little folded points for their little
Oh,
punctuated
okay.
little hands and feet.
Yeah. We have one that comes.
What I
into
said
the
was
The
garage.
other
insane.
day-
I understand.
The other day,
No, I got you the first time.
Yeah, I got it once you.
the other
one
day
that
on the
comes
way
in
to
the-
work, Jess looked at me and said, like, you're very adorable. And I said, why? She's like, you have very strong, like, the raccoon washing cotton candy in the river.
You really
energy A
do.
lot of the time.
You
And I
really
just
do.
looked at her. She's like, I meant that in a good way, but I know it didn't sound like it.
She's right though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. The favorite sex position she got for that thing was
Oh my. Okay.
was just the name of it was That Day, whereas mine was next week.
I think mine like actually lengthened out to something like oh fuck, I gotta remember what it actually was, but it was like do it later or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
That is
It
fantastic.
was called called The Same Time But Later or something like that.
That's quite
What was
good.
mine again?
It just like phrased out like a little bit weird.
Cody,
And I
wasn't
was
yours,
just-
like literally just like next week or something.
Yeah, same time next week.
So
Yeah.
good.
Or
The
no,
wait
it's
until
wait
next
until
weekend.
next weekend. Wait until next weekend.
There's only so many times you can pull that card.
It's like that's the it's never technically tomorrow move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When will now be then? No, when will
Never.
then be now?
Listen, I know we
Well,
said.
eventually.
I know I said tomorrow, but like, really?
The day that never comes.
But I had a day. And so maybe like we'll pencil it in for like next weekend.
don't you have to get up in the morning? Like, let's just...
When you stand up and feel the warmth. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Adam, you here?
Interesting energy you're bringing to the table, Lily.
Oh,
I am.
the song is called The Day That
Hey.
Never Comes.
Doug, are you here?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're all back. Let's go frog bashing. Gotta hunt for frogs. Who's all hunting for frogs?
Me. Wait, actually, I'll look for herbs.
Okay.
Definitely hunting for frogs.
Okay. So, here's how it's gonna have to go. Once you hit this pond, you see that there are lots of reeds and thick growth around here, and even though like this whole place is kind of sticky and muddy and everything, this pond feels like it is substantially deeper. It is factually like, you know, a watering hole. There's little flying insects here and there, and it's, you know, it's actually weirdly like more pleasant than most of the swamp has been so far. Some tall trees and long overhanging brush from above as well. But these little frogs, you know, maybe about hand-sized. You can see and hear them croaking. You and like little ripples through the water as they're swimming around. And obviously this is a good place to hunt frogs. But hunting frogs is not going to be easy. You are going to have to sneak up on frogs and try to catch them by beating their AC. And you have to be very careful not to kill them.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Told you it was a puzzle.
Okay,
Counterpoint.
so
Counter offer.
Uh-huh.
I would like to try
Uh-huh. To try to trick the frogs into letting you catch them so they can be
Wait,
killed?
wait, wait,
no,
wait.
I would
wait.
like to trick them into having a conversation with me.
nice.
Getting,
To
I
give
just need
someone
a
else
couple of them.
advantage?
I just need a couple of them to come close,
To give him
and
advantage.
then I can put them to sleep.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
sleep
god.
then.
I was about to say,
He's gonna put a lot
Hey.
of us to sleep.
Sorry.
What is-
Sorry. Wait.
That's-
Bunch of frogs, couple of
Ted,
us.
Ted, does Roderick make this plan known to the rest of us?
Absolutely, he would have to do that, or he would risk putting some of
Yeah.
you all to sleep. On the other
What-
hand, Roderick also understands that this magic starts at the bottom and works its way up. So he sort of assumes that you all have more life energy than a simple frog.
So what?
Yeah,
when,
no, there's
when
just
you,
a lot
when
of
you
life
lay it
energy
out,
carry over.
yeah.
Like after
But-
4 HP,
I mean,
the
it's all
rest go
kind
to
of
us.
dependent on whether or not I can get some of them to come out of the water to talk to me.
Right.
That's a good
Hold,
point. Yeah.
hold
Mhm.
on.
That's a great plan, by the way. I'm very,
Sierra,
I'm very happy about
But-
this.
Sierra is going
If
to
there's
make
a whole like thing for this, like I could just back this plan off.
No,
Sierra.
no. Absolutely. Continue, Sarah. Yeah.
Sierra will like put a hand on Roderick's shoulder and be like, "Why do you need to talk to them? You could just, I mean, the spell has a radius. It's giant. You could just put it in the pond and then we could just sift through for the frogs. It's not that hard. You can just do it with the one spell, not the two. I'm trying to save you some time here, buddy. Love your ingenuity, though.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're getting at, but if they ain't on the surface, if they're out, if all the frogs are in the pond when they fall asleep, how are we gonna find them in the pond?
Just bloody
I mean-
reach in there and get them.
Well, yeah, but once we start, once you
Carefully,
start
of
reaching into that
course.
water, we risk waking them all up, and then we ain't catching any more frogs. If I can get them to come out of the pond and then put them to sleep, they're just right there. Granted,
frogs
I
float?
feel like a little bit of a monster for talking to them and then luring them to their doom like some kind of hag, but you know,
There's also the chance that there are the creatures that this may put under sleep. Fish, perhaps. It won't target just the frogs.
no, that's also very true. but it'll certainly get us enough of the frogs we need. Or we can try our maybe we can try our hand at catching some of them first, and then if that proves a little difficult, I can try to talk some of them into coming out.
More frogs, more fish. We can add to the boil, no?
Man, that's what I was about to say. We can fry the fish up. Christ, I'm into Australian. My bad, guys.
I'm loving it.
I'm not
Keep
even
it
in your
going.
Yeah,
fucking
no,
realm here.
I think I'm just gonna stick with Australian. If that's
Yes,
all right
it's
with you.
so good.
Yes.
Right.
I
it
done
is.
did good early, so you know you do whatever's working for you.
You done it.
He done did.
Doggone it.
Don't worry,
Right.
I'll do that on Friday and make you feel better.
I think their plan is fine, but should both fail, and she'll bring out her badminton. I'm ready.
Hey,
My plan, was to make them jump and then hit them with my mitten towards the house so you guys can catch them.
Yeah, that'll make
but this
them
is
survive.
better. I like these.
We've established pluck is devastating with that fucking thing, and you think
Well,
you're gonna get a frog
they
to
will
live?
Die.
They will explode.
Swiss cheese through the
No.
grater of your fucking badminton rack.
It's non-magical, so I can clarify that it's non-lethal.
If you do twice its health and damage, it dies anyway. It doesn't
instantly,
matter.
yes.
I'm just.
I'm like, okay.
all right.
No, I'm 80% sure from a gaming standpoint, they have a 1 HP. 100% they have 1. If you do more than 1 health point of damage, they are toast. They
I
are
literally can't do less
splattered.
than 2.
Exactly. You are physically incapable of doing this non-lethally.
Weird
Which,
that my Barian
to be
doesn't
fair-
understand this.
Also, like, to be fair, if you saw someone like fucking pitching pitching and then slamming with a racket any frog, they're like in real life. If you
Frog is
saw someone
dead.
do that frog is dead. Barbarian or no, that is a dead frog.
Okay.
Splat.
Yeah, so back to Roderick's plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through with my plan. Well, I guess first off, when we get to the pond, can we see any frog? Like, are there any that are visible?
You can hear them everywhere and see like ripples through the water as they are swimming around.
Okay. So we know they're there, but I can't see any that I could just scoop up if I were to cast sleep now. So,
Well, we can see the ripples, so that would indicate that they are like close enough to the surface to just kind of see, you know?
yeah. How deep is this pond? Do I have any? Like, how big across is it? I guess at first, like, are we talking like a pond somebody might have in their yard, or are we talking like a stock pond that's 20 feet across?
It's not that big. Well, hold on. Actually, no, it's pretty broad. Pretty broad. About 20 feet across. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very like, you know, this is a pond that it's a naturally occurring pond, clearly.
Okay. All right. Well, 20 feet is the. It is a 20-foot radius for this spell for sleep. Well, what do y'all think? Is it worth trying to lure some out here, or should I just put the whole daggone pond to sleep? What? If I did that, what do you think is the best way we're gonna get in there and scoop little suckers out? Oh, Vandy, I got an idea. Maybe if you are on the other side of the pond, you can just kind of blow them towards us. What you think? Is that gonna work?
Already way ahead of you.
Sounds goddamn sinister.
Just waiting to use gust at any chance.
Every moment.
Vendy is extremely hungry.
My thinking here is I could try to talk to him and get him onto the land, but that would use up almost all of my magical strength right here. And if we're summoning something up, I don't really want to be completely drained, just gathering these frogs in case something goes wrong in the hut later on. I'd like to have some strength left.
I can swim very well, and if you have a basket or a sack, I can get them for you very easily. Vendy takes off the weaponry that she has on her and tries to pass it to someone.
I will hold that here for you.
And also her cloak and clothing. All right, let's go.
All right, now stand behind me at first, though, because I want to make sure I don't catch any of us in this spell. That could be a problem. And I will cast Sleep over the pond.
Yeah. Roll that.
It's a shitty roll. It's 18 on 5d8.
It's still like 18 frogs.
Yeah,
we only
there
needed
is
3.
a lot of little lightning bugs just slowly drift down to the surface of the water, and the water begins to still as some of these frogs just go completely silent and begin to sink.
All right, Vendy, get him.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna
everybody
swim into
be
the
ready.
pond and go grab as many as I can.
Once we got all the frogs we need, everybody get ready to just kind of slap your hands in this water, get it all going, and wake everything else up. We don't need anything. Oh, you have a swimming speed? No shit.
Yeah.
I'm a seabird.
Don't they
You
just,
going in?
Yeah.
All right. You dive into the water and you see a bunch of teeny little frogs that are slowly drifting with like their legs splayed out as they're slowly sinking.
Fucking
Lids
adorable.
closed. And you also see something at the very bottom of the pond with eyes wide open and looking at you.
Oh boy. I come back up for a second. Do I have time? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh no.
Vendy is stuck still as she realizes she probably should have taken a knife in the water.
Oh no.
Oh, not bad.
How deep is Vendy in this water?
Probably more than 5 feet.
I'm unable to see anything, so I can't select my token.
You are too far away. This pond
Gotcha.
is out. Yeah, you guys are not going to be in combat.
Adam knows that feeling. Sorry, too soon.
All right. I think that's everybody.
I'm gonna go get my switch.
Vendy, you see big yellow eyes with rectangle pupils. That is that has a slimy green head and a large opening mouth. There is a gigantic frog in the water. You're up first.
I'm gonna swim back to the surface and say, hey, pass me that knife.
What seems to be the
I'm gonna grab my knife from the shore and go back in. We all eating good tonight. I go back underneath the water. The shore is like right here. So
Yeah.
5, go down 5. I should be able to get in range of this thing. How deep is it?
Let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are 5 feet. You are 10 feet away from it currently.
Great. I have 5 more feet of movement, which is not great. Which means I'm going to move down 5 feet.
Oh no, sorry. You are 10 feet away from it with your 25 feet of movement. Because you have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like
all
you're
of it.
going
Yes,
up,
okay.
going to the surface.
All of it.
Yeah.
You already did all of it, not the helmet.
Yeah.
Great. Then I'm going to wait here and ready in action for when it gets within a range. If it gets within a range, to stab it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna do that. As it opens its mouth, to try to swallow your tiny little bird body whole.
Oh yeah.
So go and try to stab it as it tries to grab you as well.
It's a 19.
19 will hit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Big damage, baby.
Does a 12 hit you?
That's a good question. One moment.
You have a 4 dex mod, so your AC should be at least 14.
It's 14, yes. Sorry, I had to remove my shield and studded leather armor from my character sheet real quick. I established I'm not wearing any clothes.
Yeah. Alright, so it misses on its turn. And... Okay, is going to maintain its place about 10 feet below the surface. Cluck, it's your turn.
Excuse me. So we see the toad underneath, correct?
No.
Great.
'Cause it's like 10 feet down, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then just, since we don't do it often, underwater gives me disadvantage on regular attacks, right?
Yes.
I mean, not that it matters, I'm going in anyways, but... yeah. She'll scream, I'm going after. Don't forget about the frogs. And I jump in. And let's do this disadvantage attack on it. Yeah, I should have the movement for it. And no rage, fuck it. 20. Nice.
20 will hit.
7. Wow. Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll say something, but it'll be all bubbly because I'm underneath. That's it.
Oh no. Fendi will look at fucking Cluck as she comes underwater and give her like this biggest beaming smile and a thumbs up. Like, oh yeah, big frog, huh?
She'll give a wink back.
Okay. Roderick, it's your turn. Bunch of little sleeping frogs are coming your way in the pond.
Okay, yep. I don't know how many I can gather as an action.
Because you have to get 3, I'm going to say as an action you can collect at least 3.
Okay, cool. I have a I have an empty scroll case. I'm just gonna use that
no!
I'm just gonna use that to hold the frogs for now.
I love that. I love that.
I gotta
That's
remember
incredible.
for Bardic Inspiration, they have to be able to hear me. So as I'm Roderick will wander into the water, and as he is shoving frogs into this scroll case, he will duck under the water briefly and say, I don't know what y'all doing down there, Vendi, but I've got some toads. Send a couple more my way, and we'll get them all ready to go. And I will give her another Bardic Inspiration.
Oh my god, that's insane. Yeah.
That's especially funny because I probably could have heard you better if you stayed above the watering yelp.
Look, I'm not trained in nature, and so
It shows.
Also,
Yes.
yeah. All right, Syrah.
Sierra is just gonna waltz over to the top of the, like, to the edge of the pond and look down and invoke the Sky's Fury with the big ol' Sacred Flame.
That's an 18. It's going to
Yes,
evade
gonna miss.
underwater. Yep.
Oh, shoot. Well, that's turn.
Yep. All right, Vendi.
Vendi, with an extremely excited glint in her eye, begins to almost vibrate with excitement and energy.
this is a giant beast.
That's correct.
You can understand me.
And,
I have speech of the ancient beast. They can understand me.
Parlay with the toad.
I'm gonna cast a booming blade and get him with the 18.
18 will hit.
That's a 6 piercing damage. And Vendi is just crawling all over the back of this thing, just giving it stab wounds. And in the last one that she leaves, there begins a pocket, like an air bubble, which expands away as on the creature, ready to pop.
Okay. I have a 16 to hit you, Vendi.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Okay.
This ain't gonna be good.
You are grappled. Take 5 piercing and 10 poison damage.
I am knocked out.
Dead.
And you are restrained as well. Oh,
I can't understand the toad. It can
yes,
understand
it can
me.
understand you. Yes, that is correct. Okay, Cluck. This toad has swallowed
also-
Vendi whole.
I also
Yes.
completely forgot that I had that.
So, first, things are going to be said. Can't be understood. Second, from a mechanical stance, am I able to, like, reach inside and grab Vendi out? Like, do
You
some sort of
can-
contested check, or?
You cannot because
Okay.
because she is grappled and restrained. The best
Yeah.
you can do is grant the help action, and she is incapable of taking that
Yeah.
action right now.
Cool, tight. Then I am going to rage. Rage now, die later. And
Punch the sun!
punch the sun. 15.
A 15 will hit.
Fuck yeah. Oh. 9? What the? God. This water makes me weak. I hate it. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Roderick. Oh, Vendi, what's your con mod, by the way?
2.
Okay. All right,
Oh, boy.
Roderick.
Am I aware that anything has happened?
You did stick your head under the water.
Okay,
you have
good.
a pretty good idea that there is something weird happening under there.
Yeah. Good. I will briefly surface long enough to shout, Gladys, gonna need your help here. And then he will pull his rapier and dive back into the water. I don't know how far I can swim since I have no athletics.
It has to. It's half movement, which gets you down close enough. If you've, you can get close enough to melee with this frog.
Then I am going to. I can't see Vendi at all, correct?
She is gone for all intents and purposes.
Okay. There's not like a foot sticking out or anything, so
Yeah.
nothing for me to use cure wounds on is really what it comes down to. So I'm gonna stab myself a frog. No, I'm not. I'm gonna roll a
Nope.
2. I'm gonna use my inspiration and re-roll that.
You have. Did the rapiers give you flat rolls, or is it still disadvantage?
Because it is a piercing weapon, I believe it is fine underwater.
It's
Otherwise, I
some
will switch
Rapiers
to
are
a
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Rapiers
Are
are
they-
rapiers are
disadvantage. It's
yeah.
it's dagger, javelin,
Okay.
short sword, spear, or trident.
Yeah, it's
I'm
it's
sorry.
like
Then I will
very
be using a
specific
dagger
ones.
instead of a rapier.
Okay. I'm gonna say
would
though
be
you
the-
did keep your
Yeah, it
turn.
would be the
you
same
did
attack
this.
roll, so I will still
Yeah.
spend the inspiration and roll even worse than a 2. I'm sorry, Vendi. I tried. I will use a bonus action to bardically inspire Syrah.
Remember Friday when you were like, "I'm gonna die"? No, I'm gonna die.
No, the real flaw was like literally 3-4 minutes before this scene. I was like, I love the thing between Vendi and Roderick, and now it's gonna be gone.
It's gonna be very funny.
Sierra, it's your turn.
All right. Sierra's gonna go ahead and draw a sigil in the air and go ahead and bolts
Oh,
will
the
fly
toad can
from it.
understand me. I will be shouting, "You spit her out, you bastard!"
Guiding bolt. Oh
that-
god, the 15. Can I get bardic inspiration on that, please?
I gave you bardic inspiration, so
Yeah.
Also, a 15
Wait,
hits.
does the 15 hits? Oh,
Well, it's
sick.
it's a ranged attack and you're in melee, so it's a 14.
Does that need
Am
verbal
I?
components, dude?
Yeah.
You're
I thought she was
underwater.
above the water.
I'm
Is-
not.
is-
I'm above the water.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm.
still a
I'm
disadvantage because anytime you target something with a melee attack or like a ranged attack from above the water into the water, it's disadvantage.
Rules is written. I think that's just weapons, but
yeah, I
if you
thought that
if
was
you
just
wanted
weapons,
to
not
do
magic.
spells, that
but,
would make sense to me.
Yeah.
either way, you
I'll-
have a bardic inspiration die. I just gave it to you on my turn.
Yes, I will use that for this.
Okay.
That's D6, correct?
I'm
Mhm.
proving you.
Thank you. So 18 is
That'll hit.
That's pretty good.
All right. Okay. Whew. Level 1. 13 radiant damage.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. Starlight swallows this frog momentarily, and pierces into its slimy hide, and it kind of like belches under the water as it croaks.
Wow. Boo.
You were really proud of that one, weren't you?
Okay.
And Cyril will immediately
Yeah.
jump in and try and drag out and or stabilize. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and cast. Oh fuck!
Vendi, you are 1 round to death. Cluck, it is your turn.
I am going to grab her and swim to the surface as quickly as possible.
Okay, you have 30-foot movement speed.
Mhm.
You are at half speed because you're swimming,
Mhm.
and you are at half speed because Vendi is. You have to hold Vendi.
Yep. We're only 10 feet underwater, right?
Yeah, but that brings
Yeah.
you to like 5 feet of movement.
Yep. Then I will dash to get her head above water.
You're gonna have to take your action to pick her up because she's inside the frog still.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she'd spit her out. Okay. Yeah. Then I will.
It's also
Yeah.
still an action to pick
Yeah.
up the creature.
So you are
Cool.
5 feet
I will
beneath the
just-
surface.
Yeah. The closer to the surface, the better.
All right, Roderick.
How far away does that put me? Because
You went all the way down to melee, so you are 10 feet from the surface, and I guess that makes it about 5 feet to Vendi and Cluck.
okay, so with 15 feet of swim speed, I can get there. I can get within touch range of Vendi, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then I will use my last spell slot. I'm glad I held on to that. I will roll minimum healing, but
Does
than
that have a
0.
verbal component?
that you know what? I believe that it does, so that would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I have to actually look up my character sheet spell. Cure Wounds. In fact, does have a verbal component.
Oh no. All
so
right.
that will not work. Okay.
Yep.
And it would take me an action to grab Vendi from Cluck.
Yep.
So I would not be able to dash. Can I just shove her 5 feet up to get her head out of the water? I mean, I'm at that point completely underwater, which is fine because I can still hold my breath. But
Yes. You can get you can get Vendi above water, which does not stabilize her,
Yeah, but
she
you know,
is not drowning.
yeah, exactly.
I do need a. I'm sorry, I need a death save as well from you, Vendi, from earlier.
Ah, right. I did a 4.
Great.
God.
All right, Sierra.
I'm gonna give Vendi a good healing high five.
Are you underwater?
No, I'm just like standing like in the water, at like waiting for them to come up.
Okay.
Yeah, she never actually went in the water.
All right. It looks like she's in the water on the map. That was the concern. Okay. If that's the case, you can run over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And bring Vendi up with 8 HP.
And then oh, it's an action to like drag someone. Well, Cluck has her in good hands, so I'm just gonna wade out of the water.
Technically 5 feet above me. Roderick pushed her up.
But everyone else is able to get back up, and after and after curing Vendi and reviving her, yeah, you guys have a tube full of toads and a near-death experience.
No one for the bucks.
Roderick pulls himself up onto the shore near Vendi. You okay? Are you...
I'm gonna cough and give a thumbs up. It has been a while since a fish gave me that much trouble.
Well, the bad news is I only caught enough of the little ones to give to Susan. The good news is that is going to be some damn good toad fry tonight. Sir, Cluck, can one of you fine strong ladies pull that son of a bitch out of that water? We're gonna eat that bastard. We're gonna eat that bastard real good.
Wordlessly, Cluck smiles and dives right back in.
Yeah, Sierra's gonna like wade into the water and help out.
It is poisonous. Be careful of the sack.
I'm already underwater.
You're gonna have to show me how to remove that, but it ain't poisonous in its legs, at least, right?
She shrugs. I don't know, Sarah. Is most of the meat good?
Yeah.
One way to find out.
I already done trip once tonight. What the hell's the second time?
Oh shit.
You still need to collect herbs.
I will get them. Vendi, sopping wet, is going to shakily put on clothes.
Roderick, while panting on the ground, will hold up a hand for a high five.
This is not Cluck's thing, so she is going to slowly drag the toad by a leg back to the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out.
Good luck.
I'm gonna issue Roderick a high five and then try and force him onto his feet and say, "You all helping?"
Yes, yeah. Naturally, can't leave you out here on your own. There's skeletons and crazy shit out here. This is
very big
crazy
toads.
stuff. And giant delicious frogs.
Oh boy, I cannot wait to dig into that one. I love a frog. Keep the skin on. It is very good when they pop it just right.
Both of you are seeing frog with a U in different places.
A grenouille.
I need Vendi to make a survival check to find these herbs.
Don't forget you still have Bardic
Dang, I could
Inspiration.
have helped.
I'm great at nature.
survival
Bad
or
at
nature?
survival.
Actually, you can roll in nature for this one.
Gasp. Oh, Bardic Inspiration. Come on. 11.
Okay. You find, rather than finding these herbs immediately, curiously, you find a shed tail from some swamp lizard.
That's exciting.
I'm taking it.
Okay. You're gonna have to keep looking, I think.
All right. Do you want me
At
to make
this
another
point-
check?
Hattie
Yep.
is going to come out and start looking.
I did a 7.
You have found a feather from a small bird that is covered in grime and muck.
I'm also collecting that.
If Hattie's
Great.
going out, Gladys is going with him.
Yeah. After like a couple minutes of doing this like star thing, Hattie is feeling okay. Or I should say better.
Hattie, you find
One of you can assist the other.
a little scale.
We'll get there.
A little, like a maybe a
Huh.
scale from some lizard or some reptile.
Okay, I'll put it in
Isn't-
my pouch.
Is this enough time that I have returned the frog and can come back?
No, it's like a hike out to the house. Like it's a good 10-minute walk, maybe.
nah,
Just
okay,
having
cool.
a
I'm
good
still
little
carrying
nature
it.
time out here, picking around, finding random stuff.
Bendy, do you need help?
Oh, there you go. You finally, Gladys, upon returning, has seen you guys has seen everyone kind of rummaging through and finds the herbs required.
I'm imagining Gladys shows up. There's a huge patch of them. Like, is this what you guys are looking for over here?
I like
Bendy,
to imagine that at least Vendi, at the very least, Vendi and Roderick are only not finding them because they're not looking particularly hard. They're just kind of vibing and finding stuff in nature.
Bendy, do you know you are missing some feathers?
Oh yes, I was eaten by a big frog.
Okay.
Wait, you were what now?
Exciting, no?
Y'all,
So many-
y'all didn't see Lady Cluck and Sierra dragging that giant toad back?
No.
So many interesting
cook
things
that.
on the mainland. Yes. Oh. I am so glad I came here. I have never been inside of a big frog's mouth before. She's beaming.
Let's
She-
hope. Let's hope it's never again. Also, just saying.
I don't know. It's kind of warm.
I don't know how you would know. Anyway, if we got everything Susan needs, we should get back. I don't want that toad going to waste. It's gonna take a little while, We'll get some extra fire going. Whatever she's got in that cauldron, that I ain't cooking in that nonsense.
Do you think she will like the lizard tail? I
Oh,
hope so.
I'm sure she will.
I found a nice scale.
When I get there, I'm gonna present her all my nature junk I found.
She is literally ecstatic about that. And says, oh, perfect! Yes! We can do more things with these!
Ah, goody. Right.
Miss Susan, I know you got your concoction there on that fireplace. I don't see a stove rightly, but you got somewhere I can maybe do some cooking here? We happened to come across a rather large critter in that pond you recommended. Oh, also here are the frogs you need for your concoction. He will open the scroll case and just sort of slurp them out into her hand.
She is ecstatic, but she's currently like fetching a little stone cup that she dips into the mixture, and then drops the tail into, and it sort of just melts, and she holds it out to Vendi.
Don't drink it.
I've already been poisoned today.
You just be careful, my friend. That is some
It makes you see
powerful
bad
stuff.
things.
You can only have so much poison, my friends.
You drink it?
Yes.
I'm nearly entirely sure that is not true, but you do what you
Vendi
need to
might
do,
be a
my
little
friend.
loopy from the time she spent unconscious
You're
breathing
dead.
water.
She heals suddenly for 7 hit points.
Oh, fuck yeah, baby. Oh-ho! That is some kick.
If your fireplace is busy, I can set one out here. Maybe if you have some spare firewood. I mean,
Sure. And she points to the log pile inside the house.
excellent.
When are you going to summon the demon?
Probably now.
Oh, do you mind if I hide in possibly under your bed or behind your bed?
Under is fine.
Okay.
Why don't we get this demon thing taken care of first, and then I'll see to that.
And then the meal.
Then I'll see to supper for us all if everybody's willing to hang around after that thing. Or we can... Well, let's just get this demon thing done first, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Then... Susan, who I don't think she's formally introduced herself technically, but she will eventually convey that as her name.
I think I've been calling her Susan the whole time just based on the picture. Whoops.
No, that's fine. She will very carefully extract little organs from these frogs, and then place them at the bottom of this very large conch shell of a cauldron. At which point,
or the frogs? I'm sorry.
The organs.
Okay. If you're not using the rest, do you mind if I cook those up?
She'll toss them limply to you.
Mighty fine, thank you.
She will then begin a very slow process of transporting some of the boiling brew into this cauldron very slowly. And as it is beginning to cool, she takes the herbs that you have fetched as well and places them inside the cauldron, where they immediately begin to melt. She kind of laughs as she then goes around shutting some curtains to these empty windows of the of the hut, and suddenly the cauldron begins to smoke some and begins pulsing in a green glow, and she stands over it, peering in, and just starts whispering, "Hello, spirits! Rise and shine! Grant me insight, please!" And as the smoke begins to billow to an obscuring level, it becomes quite pungent in this room and upsettingly dark for a second, cloudy and dim, and then suddenly the smoke begins to melt and issue itself out through the front door, and at the bottom of the cauldron is a little hairy pink creature. Hold on.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, right.
There he is.
Oh, yep, I was right.
Yeah.
I don't
You're right.
see it.
It's
You don't
just a
see it?
token.
Can you see
Oh,
anything?
Roderick?
hello, friend.
Oh my god, my health bar was hiding. He's got little tiny nipples showing.
Yeah.
Ew.
He does.
Oh, wow. I thought there was smudges on my screen.
Oh, poor Doug. Poor Doug.
What a lovely gentleman. I hate him.
Roderick is paying close attention to this.
Susan immediately begins asking questions, some complex questions, all again relating to the swamp and the magic of the swamp. and even like asking the name, trying to be polite and everything. But this demon appears very uninterested and is like twisting its head around a little too far each side, observing everyone around him, and then has its mouth kind of split open and reveal like yellowy gums and sharp teeth as it jumps on Roderick to attack.
Oh, unhand me, you.
So,
Ugh.
Well, I'm so glad I used that rage for one hit.
Hey, that one hit might have saved my life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. Unless you were talking about the skeletons.
No,
Ra-
well, actually,
Rage now, die later,
both.
baby.
I have no more rages. We die now.
It's just
All
a
right,
tiny
you're out of
little
rage.
ant
Time to
demon
die,
thing. Time to
bitch.
die.
For real. I'm here to rage and die, and I'm all out of rages.
That is what playing Barbarian is exactly like. Yes, you've embraced the spirit. I'm over here on a fighter. I do the attack move. That's it. That's my game. You rage, and then later, you die.
all right, we got everybody. Looks like we got everybody. Gladys is up first.
Get him, Gladys.
Hey, what are you doing? Fuzzy head.
13 hits. All right.
That's it.
I love this guy. Can we keep him?
Sarah, it's your turn.
Sierra points at this terrifying thing and Sacred Flame.
Okay. Oh, it failed. All right. For 5, right?
Yeah, for 5 radiant.
Okay,
And then
great.
she is going to saunter over here with shield raised up to Roderick. All right, that's
Clutching at Roderick's clothing and beginning to pull and tear a little bit into the fabric, it suddenly burps very loudly and emits a cloud of noxious gas. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
Is it poison?
It is poison.
Eh.
Well, good thing I used my inspiration earlier.
Come on! Oh, so bad.
Mama ain't getting
so,
that
brand
new
so
pair of
bad.
shoes.
I have advantage. I don't think it's good enough.
What'd you roll?
13.
13. Okay. Cluck. Okay, let's see. Gladys, Cluck, Vendi, and Hattie all save. So
Not
Roderick.
the 7 and the 5. Shocker.
Roderick and Sierra are both I don't know. Hold on. You are not poisoned, but you are incapacitated as you begin retching
Great.
and reeling.
Oh, I don't need that announcing shit.
Good
Good times.
Oh, God.
Sick.
Sick indeed.
Okay. Oh, Roderick is trying.
No
not
action
to
for
vomit.
me.
Yep. Vendi, it is your turn.
It's not a save. It's just until his next turn or something.
Let's see. Let's see. You'll be able to make a save on your turn.
Oh, okay. Another concept.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
On his turn.
18.
His next turn?
On my turn or its turn?
Oh, your turn. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So
18.
end
All
of
right.
my turn.
Yes. Yep. All right. And Vendi.
All right.
What the hell
sorry-
have you
sorry,
been
Roger.
eating? Sorry.
Vendi is going to draw her sword and whisper something into the wind, and her friend the wind is going to try and take this demon off of Roderick. And I needed to make a strength saving throw.
I rolled a 5.
It gets pushed into the corner, and I'm going to go stand where it just was so that I can't hurt Roderick anymore. as it is just blasted back by wind, which flows in through the door, and everyone hears Vendi audibly say, "Thank you, my friend," and then walk forward, sword raised, and that is my turn.
And with this gust of wind, the cloud disperses, and Syrah, you are no longer incapacitated.
Ugh, fucking Gus coming in clutch.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm doing it.
Hattie,
Hey,
it's
I
your
got a
turn.
knife right here.
I'm gonna fire a starstone at it from under the bed.
Okay. If you are crouched in all that, you are at disadvantage. If you like,
Okay.
if you're
I'll-
prone under the bed.
I'll step out and stand then,
Okay.
then fire at
24 is gonna hit.
it.
Okay, yeah, that was a nasty bonk. All right. Susan is looking very bashful and nervous, but is going to put one hand out and summon a little cloud of fine mystic vapor and throw Eldritch Blast at this little demon. All right. And Cluck, it's your turn.
I think Doug has stepped away.
Okay. Oh, he did. Gladys, your turn.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Stab.
14 will hit. Ooh, that's a good hit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This thing is chunky.
Yeah. This little demon.
Chunky baby.
It's a chunky, angry baby.
All right.
More of a
Syrah.
screamy baby.
Ooh, people are occupying some real
Oh,
estate.
Are you good if Cluck takes a turn since she's back now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay. Yeah, no. She'll rum it up. And she'll say something witty, but I'm kind of out of breath right now, so I'm just gonna hit. 11.
11 will miss.
I hit my rolls. That's my turn.
Try and catch your breath there, Cluck.
I know. Winded from the toad.
Okay, Syrah, you're up.
Oh, okay. I guess we're doing another Sacred Flame since all the melee real estate's taken up. Goodbye.
Okay.
7 Radiant.
Oh, that's a 21 to save.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. And on its turn, its arms begin spinning around its torso and then swirling in circles, and it is going to slash out at first at Vendi with a nat 20 for a
Hell
total
yeah!
of 9 slashing damage.
Oh boy!
And then it's going to crane and stretch its neck out to the side and try to take a bite out of Gladys with a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
All right. Then it is Roderick's turn.
All right. If you're hurt, you need to get out of there. You let me know. I'm fresh out of healing, but we can get this fuzzy little bastard. I think I'm using vicious mockery.
All right. Oh no, an 18 to save.
I haven't landed that spell one time.
Yes, you have. You have actually.
It was on a slime.
Yeah.
Once.
Vendi.
On a very emotionally sensitive slime.
Vendi, when she fights, is very flighty and quick, and she is going to juke left and then jump right, bounce off the wall, and stab this guy. But first, I want a second win with that juke for 4 healing, which is good enough to possibly keep me alive. And then a rapier attack, 18
An 18 will hit.
for 5 piercing damage.
And you drive the blade through its head and pin it to the ground, and then as its body begins kind of writhing and shaking and spinning, its little tail flicking across the bottom of the cauldron, it eventually stills and then begins melting into ash and spreads across the bottom of the cauldron and is no more.
I really hope, Miss Susan, that thing actually told you something before all this nastiness happened.
She looks very sad. No, but, investigation will be ongoing.
See, there's
That
a
is-
problem here. We need to find a way to stop those animate friends of yours from bothering the folks from town, and I was really hoping that fuzzy little bastard would be the one that would give us that information. But see, the town, they want you gone, thinking that you're the one making them things, and if we can't find some way to convince them that that's not the case, then they're going to keep sending folks like us out here.
She looks, very sad.
I don't reckon we want to drive you out of your home, but
She, puts her hand to the amulet, which you have a better look at now. It looks like it is a horn that has been drilled through in different places, and just like a spiraling ram's horn. And she takes it off and she holds it out to you and says, "Just
I will.
tell them you killed me, and I'll be going."
Once she hands it to me, I am going to use this.
Looking at it, you can tell immediately it is not a magical amulet of any kind, but you would also be able to recognize that it is an ocarina. It's an instrument.
You play this thing yourself, or is this somebody else's?
Mine. But tell them that this is, you took it off of me.
Roderick will hold it back out. No, ma'am, I don't think I will be doing that. I will make it clear you're not creating those things and you are seeking to solve this solution. In the meantime, it might be best if you were to, well, we'll see about making maybe some, well, I don't know, maybe you can do it. Just, it don't have to say nothing, just some sort of sign saying, some sort of indicator that folks shouldn't come into this area.
If we do not get something, then the mayor will not give us what we need.
Mayor sent us out here to make sure that whatever was causing those skeletons to bother folks in town wasn't going to do that. Well, that ain't possible, Hattie, because no one out here, including Miss Susan here, knows what that is, which means that mission can't be done. We've investigated like we said we would. We've done everything we can. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to carve that frog up. I'm going to make us something to eat, and then we will go back to that mayor and explain everything that we know that is going on here. Because as far as I can tell, Miss Susan here is trying to look into fixing this situation. Driving her on out of here is only going to make things worse. Is there something I'm missing? Something y'all don't agree with?
Yes. While it is unfortunate, our circumstances, I don't think it's right to leave her summoning things unsupervised, especially demons of the light.
Well, given she needed our assistance to get this one, I don't think that's going to be an issue once we leave.
And I don't think the old mayor's going to be too satisfied with us saying, "Oh, we can't solve the problem.
Well,
Give us
given
a
that none
letter."
of us really satisfied with the way the first deal went down, this is the best form of compromise where nobody's happy with the outcome.
We aren't going back empty-handed. We did find answers, but I did not sign up to be a mercenary. If he wants to kill her, he can find someone else.
I mean,
Mayor is how did Gladys say, a unsavory contract partner. Perhaps he would appreciate the token of goodwill of a valuable item such as the instrument, regardless of if we said we took it from her dead body.
Right. I suppose the less we say about the problem, the easier it'll go down, I think.
Well, the simple fact is the mayor's operating under incorrect information. He's thinking that Miss Susan here is summoning those things.
Yes.
That's why we're out here in the first place.
And if we take to him a message that she means no harm and has a gift, perhaps this may smooth things over a bit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Susan, I have another question.
Yes?
You cannot answer why it is that the dead are getting back up. But perhaps you can answer then why they are not attacking you. Why they listen to what you have to say.
I think they just like me.
You understand we need more than that.
I disagree. I like her.
No. Hattie's right. We need
I
a little
enjoy
bit more.
her as well. But
is there something here, maybe? Something in your house or something that you wear that is, I guess, maybe familiar enough to them? I don't know. Something that'll explain why they don't seem to bother you the way they are bothering some of those other folk. And then whatever it is you are wearing or using or smelling like, whatever it is, maybe we can let the folks in town know that if they're using that, then they don't have to be afraid of the skeleton.
She says, everyone's always asking me that question. Even that Vulpin earlier. No, I don't know. They don't bother me. They seem to like me just fine.
A theory is whatever's causing these things, perhaps they like Susan and are commanding them not to touch her. She wouldn't have this information. What I mean to say is there's a lot of reasons for these things helping her that she wouldn't know about. Us continuing to ask her, it's not going to get us closer to the answer.
What?
Anybody else live out in these swamps, Miss Susan? Anybody you know?
What did Frey ask you?
Frey?
The Vulpin woman.
Oh, she has same questions. How to get through here without disturbing the skeletons? I don't know. I just walk around. Maybe they know that I am in tune with creatures from other places, and they don't like to bother me.
Oh, can I insight that?
Sure.
I know we've kind of inside akin, but it just feels right.
Is there anything remarkable about her or her garb that has not already been stated, aside from the fact that she just kind of has random junk on her and she is very dirty?
Cluck, she has been blatantly obvious and honest with you guys this whole time. Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
I'd like to insight check you, Sarah. No.
Try it. Vendi, the answer is no.
Alright.
She's just covered it. She's just kind of covered in some of the stuff of the swamp, but like the ocarina and like her staff that she uses, those may have not been. They may not be things of this place. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not like special or anything. It's just Yeah, it's just her for some reason.
Well, perhaps we do have a full answer for the magistrate now. One, we know that Susan is not the cause of these skeletons. She just doesn't draw their ire. And two, we could tell them that the skeletons are actually protecting this area from a more dangerous threat, namely Freya and her bandits that have been seen in the area but are also afraid of the skeletons.
The skeletons can be worked around like the slimes. The bandits will devour everything in their path.
My thoughts exactly.
Plus, it seems to only matter when the folks are coming too deep into the swamp, and I know that they need to make it in here to farm these slimes or whatever, but maybe they can find a better way. I don't know.
Are you all insinuating that Frey has any sort of trouble with the skeletons? I don't think she wants to avoid them. I think she wants to control them. She is under the same impression that we were. That Susan kind of had knowledge about that, so he's trying to get it out of her. It's a little bit more troubling the way I see it.
The question that Susan said she asked was how to move through unpunished, not how to control.
No, she asked why the skeletons liked her. Seemed to follow her orders. Or
above the table, that is untrue.
Nope.
That is not what she said.
Nope. She said both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's not good. Both of them aren't good, truly.
No, neither of them are.
If not
I
for
guess what it
herself,
comes-
then for large amounts of people.
I guess for me, what it comes down to is driving Miss Susan out of here ain't gonna solve this skeleton problem. It's not gonna stop them from coming up out of the ground. It's not gonna solve anything. So, if it'll only make things worse by driving a would-be academic out of this research she finds herself in, what's the point in doing it? Ain't no point I see.
Perhaps we should consult the mayor. Maybe the townsfolk would be put at ease, regardless of the skeleton problem being solved. People get antsy around strangers they don't understand.
Believe me, I know, but I think. Well, I suppose we can talk to the mayor.
I
still
have
don't-
2 proposals. If we are worried about farmers, then, as I said earlier, signage is the way to fix that. We can make signs and post them up around. Keep them away. Then it is their problem if they choose to come near, and not hers. Second, would you mind giving us a few of your quills as proof that we spoke with you? The mayor is a shrewd negotiator.
She extends the ocarina again.
We do not want to take something that is precious from you.
She maintains it at arm's length.
Do you play?
A little.
Are you sure you want us to take this?
She nods.
I guess, yeah, Hattie will reach forward and take it.
Don't feel right driving you out of this place. Maybe we revisit this decision after we have eaten. How does that sound with everybody?
Oh, I don't think we were going to drive her out. We need proof that we spoke with her.
Well, yes,
Not
but
that she fled.
Other folks have run into her here as much.
Signage. Then it is their problem, not hers.
I very much doubt that they will see it that way, but we can. We can think some more on this. I think, or y'all can think up a few plans. Something about this don't feel right. I'm gonna go carve up that frog.
I'll help
Right.
you.
We'll head out. I'm gonna start carving up and cooking up a frog. Now, Miss
Yeah.
Cluck, you said you are familiar enough with the wilderness and the stories. Can you make sure you can tell me which parts of this damn thing here are the poisonous ones?
Oh no, this excuse me. This is not my specialty. No, mine's more about keeping the little ones away from the poisonous berries. Toads, they're not so much a threat to my hatchlings.
Well, we ain't gonna eat anything out of its mouth, and I'll just make sure to take the skin off.
Would I
Bandit,
be able to
you
assist?
know, yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna give me a hand here?
I will do my best, but to be fair, I have spent my entire life on the coast. I have only just today seen this creature.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, well, maybe you've, we got toads and frogs on the coast. Can't be that different.
To be fair, I was inside of it. But perhaps I have better knowledge than anyone else.
That does give her insight, eh? I'm very proud of that. Just want you all to know.
Time to start carving up a frog.
I'm not going to make anyone roll a check. There's enough people on this one. Yeah, Roderick, you can get to roasting some frog legs and other parts of the frog.
Excellent. I am going to, out of the 20 peppers that I have, I am going to utilize two of my winter white peppers to chop it up with some of those herbs that we gathered for Susan and make a nice rub. And I'm gonna cook me up some. I actually do have oil because I have a lamp as part of my diplomat's kit. So
I don't think that's cooking
fry-
oil, though.
Please don't.
It's
please
all the
don't-
same.
Please don't cook with burning oil. Please don't cook with crude oil, Ted.
Olive oil does burn. Just throwing that out there.
I
It
know,
does,
but
yes,
it's not lantern
but-
oil.
Right.
When
I've been
Okay.
fired, but
Yeah.
no, I was totally gonna cook it. Point is, I'm cooking this toad.
when
God, that
When-
sounds so fucking good, though.
when Cluck sees him only put 2 peppers in, he's just gonna say, "You're a coward."
Miss Cluck, I am thinking of the other folks who may not have your particular stamina for these things. But just for that, I will make sure to make you some extra sauce to go on top, and I will turn another 3 peppers.
I appreciate that. And then she'll look down at her little badge and like rub it, and, like wipe it clean.
So I will turn another 3 peppers into an additional top sauce for this parts of this tip.
I feel like that's enough to make Cluck sweat.
I actually would love to see Cluck make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Is it too late to get inspiration from a particular bard?
Yeah, it is. Also, you said you're a coward. Like,
Sarah, that was my character.
yeah, and his character would have no reason to give you bardic inspiration in that instance.
All right, here we go.
You talked
Here we
to
go.
him.
Ah, I knew it.
Yes. Oh, baby.
Oh, that
Well, Miss Cluck, that's why it is on the side. You just save the rest of that.
No,
Just
this is a good pen.
tears streaming down her face.
Absolutely.
just a little dab will do you, it seems.
Powers through it. I don't know if it's because she loves the pain or she's trying to prove a point, but maybe they're not mutually exclusive.
Oh no. All right. Anything you guys do at Susan's hut before heading back to town?
After we eat, Roderick will indicate to her with the necklace, just hold it out, and then pull out the concertina, or the hurdy-gurdy. He is curious to hear her play.
She'll go and sit on the porch and begin playing. And
I will join with my pan flute.
and as she does, the little lightning bugs begin to dance in soft formation and bob with her rhythm. She seems very in tune with this place here. You see a couple skeletons sort of walking towards the fence of her little home and hovel, and look over the fence at her, and she'll just stop playing for a second to wave at them, and then begin playing again, and they'll wander off.
Do they like your music, or are you controlling them?
I think they like the music.
I do too.
Lady Cluck, that necklace is nothing but a very fine ocarina. There's nothing in it that's going to let them hear her and understand her words any more than they would understand the rest of us. So whatever it is that is going on, it's got nothing to do with that thing. That's why I'm not real keen to take it from them.
She turns it over in her hands a few times, but says, it'd be better this way, I think. Gladys, what have you been up to?
Not much. I guess I'm waiting to eat some good food, listen to some good music. Trying to figure out how we protect people from the skeletons, but not coming up with any good ideas.
Seeing as how Roderick is still hesitant to take the ocarina, I will walk up to her, to Susan, and offer my pan flute and hold my hand out for the ocarina.
She looks between the two for a minute, and then silently trades.
I nod. You would please, Raya. I think you know how to let go. I smile and fade a bit into the background.
Once they are done playing and Roderick has a moment, he will approach Gladys actually and
Miss Gladys, you know all about buildings like these. Is there maybe something around here? And you see anything unusual in this structure that might explain why explain why Miss Susan here is not bothered by those walking skeletons? Anything stand out?
Well, not at first glance. I'm quite frankly not very familiar with any structural elements that might attract or repel the undead. I could certainly take a look around and see if I find anything interesting.
We got another few minutes while that toad is roasting. That maybe you look around and you find something might help us.
Sure. And I will walk around both the interior and then the exterior of the property and see if I can find anything unusual.
Okay. Why don't you give me a carpenter's tools check?
I do not have carpenter's tools. I have woodcarver's tools.
Oh, okay, that'll do. Let's let you use whatever you had.
No, unfortunately, this place is in such disrepair. I see a lot of work that needs to be done, but nothing so out of the ordinary that it would warrant further attention.
Well, I suppose we have the necklace. That should be enough. I don't much like the way this is going down. I feel like I don't like the idea of making Miss Susan leave this place. That seems rude after all the hospitality we've been shown. But if we go back and we tell the mayor that we dealt with her and even give him that necklace, well, someone's going to see her. And that sort of deception ain't going to go over well.
Oh, I agree completely. I don't think there's any point in trying to deceive anyone about what we've done here with Susan.
And if we go ahead.
I think our best case scenario is trying to explain to him that and prove to him that Susan is in fact not the threat, and if anything, is part of the solution.
I agree with you. And I just feel like if we're going back to him to tell him that, well, I suppose we can turn that bauble as a show of good faith that she intends to stay here and work on this problem.
Absolutely. Say, Susan, these are beautiful rose carvings here on your porch. Did you do those?
Yes. Well, no. Normal. Chewed them.
How long did it take him to chew those?
A very long time, probably.
Well, they're quite lovely. think it makes a fine home decoration.
She smiles.
About the constable, I think if we explain to him what's really going on, he wouldn't be happy. But since we're already going to Alderheart, we'll have something in it for him. You might want to also tell the council about the situation here. Dead rising from nothing. No one controlling them, because it is unnatural. It needs to be solved, but I don't think this perch can do it. Not without the help of some scholars. I have the bones that I've collected, and I'll turn those over to the avium, but that's about how much we can do and how much the perch itself can do. If we have an audience with the council, the most we can do is tell them that these people are in danger. Right? Maybe that'll soften the blow.
I agree. I think if he knows that Miss Susan here ain't the issue, then offering to take his concerns to the atrium along, or to the avium along with the ones we have, well, that might.
I mean, I think that's the only thing we can do, unless we want to get aggressive on them, which I don't want to.
No, I don't think that solves anything, and I don't think being aggressive with the mayor or Winnowing Reach gets us anything either. He may have pulled a fast one on us, but he is still a duly elected government official. I don't see us really getting much out of messing with that.
We still do need that letter.
Yeah. If we tell him that while we're there, we will put in word for his needs, maybe that'll help. I don't. It's hard to say.
Right. I mean, yeah. If it doesn't, then we need to talk some sense into him. Tell him that his problems aren't simple. There's no simple solution. That he needs help.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we be heading out?
Well, this frog's just about ready. Let's eat something
right.
real quick, and then we can make our way back. Miss Susan, you have dishes and plates. I got my mess kit, but that's...
She produces some very mismatched cutlery for you all to use.
Natch?
Please tell me
Many
she
are
made it
broken.
herself.
What?
Please tell me she made it herself.
Some of them look like they have been found, and are like there's like one that is just fully just a half of a plate.
I just feel like something's carved from tree, and that's what she gave us.
Yeah, there's some handmade pieces in here for sure.
I'll come walking over carrying Normal. Hattie looks very happy. And is like carrying Normal two-handed in front of him, like almost reverentially.
Normal opens their shell and buzzes up over to Susan and lands on the tip of her nose. She looks at him cross-eyed, and then her eyes focus back on you, Hattie, and she smiles.
He is very wise.
Woohoo!
But he must be very careful.
She begins murmuring to Normal, kind of reprimanding him for being too nosy.
It is okay to be nosy and inquisitive. But you have to do it out of the corner of your eye.
All right. You all enjoy a a lovely swamp cookout with Susan the witch. And if you would like, you can take a short rest in this time.
Hot damn.
And I think we'll pick up next week with you guys getting back to the Reach.